Okay. So, my gosh, this is the first episode since the big crossover. That was fun. Some topsy-turvy action there in Rivenlost. Oh, gosh. Look forward to the next crossover. Also Dark Machinations, but I can't remember what I called the second one. Oh, whatever. No idea when that's happening. Anyway, let's focus here on Kyr's Lament now that our crew's back. I will read a little bit and set the scene. We are currently on the calendar in-game on October 2nd, Narqueli 2nd. It's a Wednesday. It's about 1:30 a.m. as you've all left this, the ruins here of Rivenlost. Okay. The past several hours have been surreal. Though the through the challenges of Rivenlost, our villains have felt both betrayal and found new trust. With a party of do-gooders on their way back to Iverness, we watch as our faithful friends pour out of the mountain entrance together beneath a starry night sky. The cool October air has an extra chill tonight. Perhaps it's from the nearby mountains, or maybe it's the cold sting of betrayal fresh on their minds. It's time to head back to Woodrun, and from there, Port Essalanu, to face the Baron. Tonight, on Kyr's Lament. So you've all not only left the entrance to Rivenlost, but out through the mountain path where the, again, party of do-gooders is left and all flown away. And here you stand beneath the starry sky.
That was some excellent imagery, Dan. I love that intro.
Yes, it was beautiful. All right, y'all. Before we get back, I know I'm going to sound like a marble man tonight. Before we go back, do we think our contact was in on it?
She stole our cloak.
No, I'm very upset, Thaxel, but I don't just want my cloak.
Her?
Yes, I know. I know. There's going to be interest on that cloak. We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm thinking. The Baron either expected her to kill all of us and will not expecting us to come back, or he's preparing for our return.
So we can kill him?
I have a feeling he'll be nowhere to be found. I have a feeling we'll show up and we'll just be gone. Because he worked, if Nobella was what she said she was, or whatever the hell her name was.
We'll call her Nobella to make it easy.
No, she's a bitch.
I don't tend to agree with Thaxel often, but I definitely agree with that one.
Yeah.
He was working for her and not the other way around. Sorry.
You're going to catch it through the internet.
No one else gets said.
Don't even joke. Don't even joke. No.
I haven't even seen you this week.
You did bring it to Amelia, though, so.
No. Mm-hmm. I was not sick yet.
You were at the house.
All right.
I'm scared of you.
I think it was my mom. She's sick too. Anyway, well,
you're both at my house.
I know.
I'm screwed.
All right. So let's think. If he's not there, fantastic. Then we don't have to deal with it. But let's prepare for him to be there. That way, we're not caught off guard, right?
Yeah, sure. Do we kill him too?
I'm all for that. If
Eventually.
you give me a day, I could prepare some spells that are a little bit more suited for.
That's appropriate. I wanted to use some time since we didn't know we were coming. I really did want to maybe do a little bit of shopping for anything that we might not be able to get back at home.
I know we were told to avoid the big city, but
Oh, well, we can't send anyone up there for us.
How
I mean,
sneaky are we?
Daxel, how much can you be on your best behavior?
Oh God. Well, seeing how I was in a vulnerable state, which is not like me at all, and I let this bitch get into our party, and then she screwed us all over, and I am in a rage right now, and so I don't know. It's not looking very good.
Well, maybe you'll do it after we've had a night's rest, right?
It's very
You know.
self-aware of you, Thaxel.
I know. I'm growing.
I'm proud. I'm proud.
Thanks. Oh, you're proud of me.
Well,
Okay. What is up with
I
that
guess-
roll?
Damn!
oh, so close.
3 points off,
Both insane rolls. Probably two of the highest rolls, if not the highest.
Oh.
like ever.
Son of a bitch. All right, well, let's go. Well, shoot, I had a thought. The NyQuil's kicking in.
You wanted to go shopping for something.
I did. Well, you know, I can't pass up a good deal. Oh, I remember. I don't care if we kill him, but I want us to be smart and calculated about it because this is a man that I'm not interested in just killing and taking whatever good bits are left on him. I want every part of whatever connections that man has. I want his network. I want those guns. I want all of
Well-
those antiquities.
Do you want the guns to destroy them?
I want the guns to understand them. They can be disabled. I don't care about using them. They are artifacts that are highly prized.
Thaxel, you have to recognize that even if we remove every gun we ever found, somebody who knows how to make them will make more, and
And
somebody
then I'll
will
go kill
eventually
them.
somebody will eventually learn how to do it again. The world is too large for us to simply erase them from existence. The best way.
Why?
How about
best-
you erase all the people that might use them badly instead?
I like doing
And by
that too.
badly, I mean against you. Why don't you learn how to use one and make it your tool?
No.
Well,
Are you out of your mind?
I mean, that's what I did with magic.
Well, I have magic. I don't need, no. I have magic and I can turn into things. That's enough for me. I don't need to know how to go pew pew to people. I'm good.
well, I'll say that I would very much like to have a monopoly on that particular resource. So, do you trust me to have them in my hands?
Only you.
All right.
Or Tassos. Like, it would be fine if either one of y'all would. That's fine.
Damn,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's fine.
You know, Ray and I have been through so much. Just give it some time and then you'll be on their level too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am begging her brother. And you're just not on that list right now. I'm taken. Sorry.
Mm.
If I wasn't, then we could have negotiated and then that would have like bumped you up on my list. But I think it's kind of serious right now. So maybe later. Probably not.
Okay. Okay, so are we going to try and take a long rest in this, what'd you call it?
Shady Run Creek. Is that right?
The
It's
little
crazy.
town?
Woodrun Village?
Woodrun
Woodrun
Village. Not even close. I'm so sorry.
JD Run is from
It's a retirement home?
Is that what it is?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
JD Run is from something.
I know. That's
Ah.
why I'm like, okay, Wood
Recognize what's
Run
from something.
Village, Shady Run Creek. Not a single one of them were right.
No, Shady.
It's from
Wait.
something. I don't know what it is. but
It's
isn't
gonna
it?
bother the crap out of me that I
Yep.
can't remember what it is. But I don't know.
It's
All right.
in.
Maybe.
Well, I've
No.
kind of already got the cleric spells that I think we should have. So I
Ooh.
got Healing Word, I've got Bless, and I've got Guiding Bolt. Although
I can
you have Bless, right?
I do have Bless, and I can do this fancy new thing now and make holy water.
Heyo.
Hey-oh.
Should I take Create or Destroy Water so that I can just summon water and you can make it holy?
Well, I can't make it that fast, not mid-battle, but...
Oh, I just meant like I can sit there and go.
Oh,
and
yes.
then you can make the whole thing holy, and then I can do it again.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Well, you know what else? Like I could do.
Hmm.
I could transport us via plants.
Shut the front door.
Is that the one? Is that the one? Transport via plants. Is that like the rip open the tree and step through it to another spot wherever you know where a tree is?
Vermiculite. What? And I can also conjure Fae along the way, but
Okay, so really quick, we called this Woodrun Village, right? There's woods around it.
Some
Okay.
sparse wood area around it. Yep.
Let's go find. Dan.
He's like, damn it.
Let's go find a tree, a suitable tree.
Nice. There's plenty of large enough trees. Yeah.
where do we want to? You're gonna waste my 6th level spell to test this out.
I'm saying that. I'm
You
saying
hear
that.
a wolf cry somewhere nearby.
Where is
Oh,
it?
we're not at the village yet.
Mm-mm.
Where is it?
Oh, okay.
I mean, as
Well,
far
let's
as I
see
know,
the-
you're all still outside of the thing.
Let's
We
get
are, 'cause
moving
we
then.
wanted-
We've
No,
got all the
no.
nightmares.
No, there's a wolf. Ow! Oh, I'm not a wolf. Are we sleeping
Yeah.
soon?
Yeah,
Well, we were
we're
gonna sleep back in the village, unless you want me to do the hut right here.
I wanna communicate with this wolf. I'm gonna turn into a wolf.
Okay, so go looking for the wolf, and I'll take 10 minutes and do Liam's tiny hut.
Ow! I wasn't gonna actually leave. I was just gonna transform, stay with the party this time. I know.
Oh well, you can smell
The
them and go
first.
find the pack and run around in the forest
No.
for a bit.
no,
Get familiar
'cause
with a
apparent-
big ass tree and do
Yeah.
knock out multiple
Oh
things
my
in
God.
one go.
Okay,
Find a
all
good
right.
tree. That way it's like a little bit hidden, so if we ever come back here, no one's going to see us show up.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be nobody
Okay,
to
okay.
report our
I want the
presence.
record to show that when Ari watches this later, I had y'all's permission.
But don't run into the city and don't do anything besides recon.
Oh, cool. I'm going to.
I should put a
Should I
bell
do-
on her.
Oh God, should I do a dire wolf or a regular wolf?
Oh, are you going to scare the other wolvies if you're a dire wolf?
But if I'm too small and they're dire wolves, can I tell the difference about how?
Make either survival or a nature check.
I would like to do survival.
So we're still at the mouth of the cave, right?
As
Or
far
are
as I
we-
know. Mhm.
Okay. So
That was a 19.
It sounds closer to a direwolf, but it has a sort of an odd timbre to it. So you know it's not a direwolf, but it's too big to be a regular wolf. Little softer than a direwolf, and sort of an odd timbre to it.
Cool. I will turn into a dire wolf and go investigate. And go, ow!
Okay, you're investigating the wolves.
Yeah.
Make a perception check, if you would, please, as you trot out. How far away from everyone are you going to investigate?
Oh, God. I don't know, Dan. How far away are you going to spring a trap on me? Let me see, dire wolf.
It sounds like they're within a half a mile, based on the sound. Somewhere within a half a mile range.
Yeah, that's probably as far. I don't want to go too far away from them to where I'm lost forever.
Okay.
Perception, 9 plus 6, 15.
Okay.
I do have advantage if it's relying on hearing
Oh,
or
yeah,
smell.
take advantage. Yep. Definitely.
Because I'm a. Oh, that didn't help. So never mind.
Okay. All right. So you trot about. What are Aga and Ray up to while Thaxel heads off to investigate that?
Well, I think before setting up the hut, I'm gonna set up The entrance to the... You said that the mouth to the cave wasn't actually that terribly large, right?
No, this is sort of where you've gone around the loop, and the cave is sort of open up. Yeah, it was maybe like
right after the
12 feet
bridge,
tall.
the mouth.
Yeah, you've gone
face.
through that and all the way back up, and you're sort of at the base of the mountain now, where it kind of opens back up. Just maybe a couple 100 feet until you're off the mountainous terrain and onto the grass plains again.
How
But it's
big is
open.
this cave entrance?
Maybe like 12, maybe about 15 feet tall, 12 feet wide.
Perfect.
But it opens
So,
up, right? You're right in the edge there.
I am going to pull out some silver thread
Ooh, okay.
and alarm the entrance here so that I will be aware if anybody ever enters here again.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ritually put that. And I don't know how long alarm lasts. Let me double check. That
Okie dokie.
quick. How long? 8 hours. Oh, never mind. It lasts 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping to make it permanent.
All right.
Okay. Then never mind about that. I'll just
Okay.
sit down and Liamon's tiny hut.
Excellent. Okay. And Rhea, are you doing anything in particular, or just sort of going along with all that?
I think Ari and I, knowing that he was busy doing his ritual, and Thax was off Thaxeling, we would just be keeping an eye out, so that, nothing ambushed us while we were split.
Okay. All right, so the two of you were sort of, I guess, prepping Lehman's tiny hut. It does cut off some of the chill of the air tonight as it domes up into existence. And Ray, you're keeping a careful eye. It's very easy to spot anything coming at you from the sky or otherwise here because you're at the mouth of this cave. A couple 100 feet before it opens wide up to the grassy plains. You watch as Thaxel in direwolf form trots off across a stone, paws out onto the grassy plains, hangs a right, and follows the noise. Thaxel, you go maybe about a quarter of a mile, so whatever, 1,000 and change, 1,000 feet, whatever. Wait, it's 5,000 something, or is it 2,000 and something feet in a mile? I always forget. Anyway, you got 1,000 feet or so, a couple, 1,200 feet, we'll say, before you've picked up the scent. Again, same thing. There's a bit of an off scent to it too. The wolfy fluffiness is there, but there's just a little something strange you can't put your nose on. And you're keeping an eye out as you're trotting around. You find some rather large rocky outcroppings along the perimeter of the mountain here, and you smell that scent in that direction as you're trotting through. A wolf, just a little bit smaller than a dire wolf, all brown fur, like a chestnut brown, steps out. Crystal blue eyes on this particular wolf. Sniffs, and one comes out next to it as well. The other one is a mixture of gray and white, sort of white puffy hair by the chest. Also has those silver blue eyes, and they kind of sniff at you. They kind of both approach, splitting a little bit to sniff on kind of either side of you. But they're approaching. They're like 15 feet away still.
I'm guarded, but I'm doing the pleasantries in wolfdom because, I grew up with wolves. I was raised by wolves, so I should know how this all works.
Okay. Make a performance check.
Why? No.
To perform the ritual of
No.
hello. How well do you sniff that ass?
Well, it's
Oh my god, damn. Oh, Jesus Christ.
apparently I don't sniff that ass too well.
Nice.
Because that's, wait, where is it? Perform it. No, I guess I don't have that. Oh, fuck. 8.
Okay.
Wait. We're using a luck.
Ooh, okay.
Try this again. Little better, 10.
Okay. All right. You kind of get in there, but you get your nose in a little too far. You're like, oh. Just kidding. You know, and you're giving a stiff, and they're kind of doing the same. Both sort of, it's like this dance, the three of you sort of walking around, so everyone kind of has a safe square off as you're assessing one another. The one with the silver and white hair sits down on its hind legs, little paws up in front of it. The one in the brown fur speaks to you in wolf. You understand animal. Yeah. And who are you? Sort of still walking, keeping an eye, like looking sideways as it kind of walks back and forth.
I utter back, not as deep of a wolf voice. I'm Daxel of the Kapusk clan. Who are you?
Looks over at the other one. Oops. Oops. Where are you, Notes? What the heck is her name? There we go. Okay. My name is Carful.
You're gonna have to spell that.
It's Karphil.
Thank you.
And what brings you way out here, young one?
Oh, thanks. We were on a mission. One of our party betrayed us. Have you seen a shadowy monk female bitch running around?
No.
Oh.
Your pack, one of your pack has betrayed you.
I mean, it did. She looks a little different than this.
Where's the rest of your pack, then?
Insight check.
Yeah, good.
I don't like it. He's a husband. Dang it, I am not rolling good.
No.
Well, 15.
Okay. You get the feeling that is information gathering. It's something of a concern to him as to, a pack. You having a pack that may be nearby.
Oh, cool. We are just in front of that cave over yonder. I heard someone howling, and I came to investigate.
The female dog in gray and white is sitting up. Oh, that cave is dangerous. You're brave to go near it.
I really am. So brave. We talked to. Have you been inside?
No.
Oh,
There's no good hunting there.
there's really not. But we got what we needed, and we left. And now we're gonna make camp and then head back to where we came.
She is strong, she says to the other wolf.
Kind of like stretch a little bit.
Little wolf flex.
Yes.
Awesome.
Like,
awesome. I'm
you
in that
see
cave
these paws?
over there. Yeah.
over there.
It's awesome.
It's like that scene from Transformers 1. Just installed that disco ball. That light.
Right
That light
there.
will lift off the disco ball.
Awesome. Yes. Strong, but young.
Huh?
Perhaps naive.
What? What? No. I am wise as fuck.
He looks back at the female one. Very well. And lets out a howl. Ooh! And then another one, and she howls as well. Ooh!
Oh no.
And another 4 wolves come out from around the rocky stone and around the back.
Back at camp, I'm gonna be like, Rhea, does that sound good or bad?
You definitely hear that, yeah, because it would culminate in all 6 of them howling.
Do any of them sound like Thaxel's howl?
No,
Since we've heard that a million times.
No, they're a little bit different. In fact, go ahead and make perception. Make survival or nature check to see.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see which one's better. Probably neither.
Thaxel, make a fresh perception check with advantage because of your scent.
Aha.
Oh.
Come on. Come on. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a nat 20, so 30 on something that doesn't matter. Okay.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's how it always goes, isn't it?
30 survival check. Yep.
Okay. Definitely different than the Thaxel's. It has some of the same sound to it, but there again is something a little off with the timbre. A little I'll message you. What'd you get, Thaxel?
18.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, then I won't have to message you. I can just tell you because Thaxel's also gonna. All right, so that missing scent, Thaxel, that you couldn't put your nose on, you've got it now. The wood elf. Rhea, the howl, the timbre, that odd piece, almost sounds like raspy humanoid.
They're druids.
How long has it been since we were in the room with the Gynosphinx?
A few hours, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe not even. I mean, you came right back out. It's maybe like an hour and a half, I'd say.
Okay. Aga, Airy, those aren't wolves. Those are humans as wolves. They're like Thaxel.
So she should be among her people. It should be fine.
With that roll, Dan, would I have counted how many of them were howling?
Roughly. You'd know there's
Okay.
almost half a dozen.
Okay.
Or somewhere around that.
She is significantly outnumbered, and she was not howling with them. Should we be concerned?
Do I know anything about druid circles?
You can roll a history check and see. I think Ares just... it's Thaxel. Yeah, we should be concerned. She's off on her own again.
That's 12 plus 8 for 20.
Yeah, you have a rudimentary knowledge of the basics of the circles.
So all the
Whatever's
owl.
in the source book, yeah.
No. I'll say go find all the howling wolves.
Flies off.
Thank you, Aga.
So it's about. Can you? How far out do you have? You do have telepathic communication up to a certain distance, right? Or is it 100 feet?
I could be wrong. I thought telepathic distance was
Or a mile, maybe.
infinite, but I thought that looking through their eyes was 100 feet. Could be wrong.
What
don't
is
know.
it?
Let me
Find
look.
familiar.
Yeah. Oh, nope, it's within 100 feet.
Okay. Still, that's fine because she's not. The whole thing isn't that far away. It's about 1,000 feet away, so it's only like a minute of flying out and then a minute back. So some stuff may or may not happen within those 2 minutes, but we'll say that for the time being here, the owl's flying out and flying back to report. While that's happening, Thaxel, or rather, Rhea and Ari, do you want to wait for the owl to come back and Aga, or do you want to, I don't want to shortchange anyone if anyone wants to start heading over.
Well, I mean, I would have trusted Aga's owl to go look into it.
Okay.
We can get over there pretty fast on the nightmares, I think. If something's actually wrong.
Okay. All right. Thaxel, you're now effectively surrounded by these wolves. A little bit smaller than you, than in your direwolf form, but pretty hulky. They all have fairly solid coats of fur color-wise. Some of them have that white patch in the chest. But there's a couple that have a pitch black fur. One that has a beautiful red coat of fur. And then another one that has sort of like a dusty blonde coat of fur. So it's, variety. They don't look particularly aggressive or anything. They're not baring their fangs, per se. But they're definitely... it's not a comfortable place to be within their circle here. They're definitely in locations around you to sort of keep you there. Well, the main one continues to pace back and forth. Garfield. Tonight, you may join a prestigious pack.
I already have a pack.
Oh, you can travel with them, but you'll forever be a part of our pack. And he kind of starts pacing in now, rounds about, and kind of walks up close to you, or is approaching you, in case there's anything you want to do as he approaches sort of face to face, maybe 8 feet away now.
She's gonna maybe get a little more in a readied stance, just to be on guard. She's not relaxed anymore. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a little more tense, but doesn't want to give off that air of I'm afraid. So.
Fighting spirit, excellent. And he continues getting closer and closer. He's going to continue to do so until you either do something else or until he gets nose up past your nose, almost he's not nuzzling, but he's in that position.
I would, you know what? That's close enough. I have a thing with boundaries.
Make a fresh perception check with advantage because of your stuff.
Oh, nat 20, so 29.
Nat 20 on here too. Oh. That's right. Everyone else is sucking. Yeah, nat 19 still. They it's not a +9 for them. So, you see, you smell and hear some of the other paws from behind you approaching. That you look back and they kind of pace off to the side and circle back around as you see them all each. But the first one is still. He paused as you spoke, and now is continuing to approach again.
I am going
That's weird.
to... I know that is weird.
Double Rob action.
I don't know what happened. I was trying to fix it before I had to talk or anything.
Yeah.
Worse, but I froze really bad.
It's great.
Nothing moved.
You invoked duplicity.
Yeah, seriously. But I was like, what's happening? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was trying to fix it while I wasn't.
Nope, it's cool. Let me see.
There we go.
Okay. That's amazing. All right, let me give this a quick swapperoo here. The name tags. All right.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Thanks.
Yeah, but I can't give Rhea justice, so we got to switch.
No, you're Aga.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to drag Aga down.
I'm Maria.
Yep.
I don't know if I can do this. I'll try.
I don't know.
We'll see how it
I
goes.
don't know.
That's amazing. All right, let's see. Is that right? Thaxel. Okay, cool. Sorry. He's going to take a snap at you, Thaxel.
Oh, I back up just a little bit and then like get into a attack stance,
Okay.
a guarding stance.
18
To hit?
Mm-hmm.
As in my direwolf, yeah, that hits.
Okay. He bites you. Gosh, what is the damage on that? Let's see. However, it's not. I mean, you've been bitten before.
Yeah.
And this is not anywhere near as painful as that typically is. But I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's cocked. Hold on.
Essentially 2d6, but it's not going to be anything. It's just going to be the one.
Oh. Man. Con save. That is a 13.
Okay. You feel a sting and a burn.
Is it poison?
He lets go and backs up, dealing only 3 points of damage because it's intentionally not hard. Welcome. And kind of, tries to, nuzzle the bite.
I told you there's a bubble. What the hell did you just do?
He paces back over towards the female wolf.
Did you mark me?
No, I made you.
You made me.
Yes. You are one of our pack now.
Oh, God. No, I already have a pack. Okay? And my other pack is not over here. They are from the Crestwood area. You wouldn't know. They're better than y'all.
You may
No
travel
problems.
with them. You carry us with you always now. And
That's
he
a little creepy.
sits down next to the female wolf. And she kind of looks at him. They look at one another, sort of pleased. She says, well, daughter, perhaps we'll see you in our travels soon. Crestwood, you say?
I strongly advise, and I'm snarling now at the wolf that said that. Don't you ever call me daughter again. And I like snap, but not like to bite or anything.
Nice. Let a snappy echo through the mountainous area. Yes, we chose well. Oh, she lets out a howl, and they all let out a howl as an owl flies overhead, kind of cycling back around a couple times and then heading back in another area. Thanks, make a perception check. You wouldn't really get a scent because it's a face. It's just a straight up perception for the owl, just to see if you spot a familiar.
24.
Oh, okay, you spot a familiar owl making the loops and
Cool.
starts flying back. They the head two that approached you kind of leap to their feet and start but run past you on either side and continue running. The other four follow them out up into the along the mountain's perimeter, leaving you alone in that spot with sort of the searing pain in the bite area.
That was less than helpful. I'm gonna go around and mark some trees. Like, this is my tree. This is my tree. This is my tree.
Nice. And you have plenty of ammo for that because you've been in the thing for hours.
And this is my tree. This is my tree. This is my tree. So it's all being marked. Like, they appreciate me. And then I'm going to I have a speed of like 50 feet, so dash it all the way back to the campsite.
Oh, all right. At one point, you even outpace the owl, like a half a minute before you get back. So as you're waiting, probably, I mean, we'll say around the same time. So Aggie, you're getting the mental information back from your owl. Thaxel, 6 other wolves. Thaxel returning, kind of thing. Just before Thaxel, like 10, 15 seconds before Thaxel runs the back up in the camp. You have a little blood, slightly matted in that area, Thaxel, where you were bitten, a little bit trickling in your heavy fur coat of the direwolf form.
Okay. Do I feel any, because being around poisons and whatever, I've been poisoned before. Is that what it feels like?
A little bit. It's not true to poison, but it has that sort of sting burn, and you can feel it kind of course through you. It makes your heart race a bit.
Huh. Okay. As I'm approaching, I'm gonna like sit and try to. Can I reach it and try to lick it?
Yeah. Yep. Pretty flexible as a direwolf. Nom 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 nom. You clean up the you clean up the fur pretty well. Stings a little bit as your tongue brushes over the wound, but the puncture marks there. But it's not the bite wasn't incredibly deep. Not like it could have been. There was no pull, tug, rip, tear, any of that. It was more of a puncture thing.
I'm gonna sniff it while I'm licking.
Okay. There's some makeup. I'm not gonna make you roll anything like that. I mean, it's because there isn't much of a scent to it aside from your blood, but there you can tell there's something a little bit off. Nothing. It doesn't smell acidic. It doesn't have any potency.
Okay. Do I see Rhea?
Are you in the hut yet, Ray? Or you're on the lookout, I think, right?
I was on the lookout.
Okay.
I was, yeah.
Right, you see
I'm the
Rhea?
only one who can't leave the hut. Everybody else can come and go.
Okay.
Okay. I go jaunting. Or no, walking, I guess, since I'm back to camp to make it up to Rhea. And I tower over her because I want to feel big and strong for a minute. And then drop my corn to where I'm looking at her.
Did you find a tree?
I found so many trees and I marked them all. So I'll be able to find them again, maybe.
What's this? Because I assume is the injury still on her from the direwolf or no?
Yeah, can they see?
It's under the fur. Since she cleaned it up first, it's kind of under the fur.
Okay.
But I mean, Thaxel, if you feel you would have any, like,
I would probably, yeah. I would like whichever side they bit.
Be on your left side.
Left. Aha. That was weird. I don't think they were actually wolves. They smelled like wood elves.
I would agree.
Oh, good. Wow, we're so smart. And I think they're druids. And then they told me I'm like a part of their pack now, which I said no. I think I said no. And then like one of them bit me, which was like weird. I don't know.
Is this like a druid thing? Can they track you now?
That's what I asked, and I guess I don't know. He just said I'd travel with y'all, and then I'm a part of their, like, I don't know. They tried to call me a daughter, and it snapped. And then they left. It was the weirdest thing.
Well,
my arm feels weird. Can you look at it?
Sure, I'll take a look at it, and maybe when we get back home, we can have somebody, I don't know, cleanse you or something.
I don't think there was anything in there. It was weird because it wasn't to hurt me.
I mean, cleanse you of their magic. I mean, if they're druids, it's got to be magical, right?
That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. I think they like implanted a tracker or something somehow. I think that's what it was.
We'll go to the.
This.
We'll go to the Temple of Joaquin. We'll call an old priest and a young priest, and we'll get rid of whatever it is. All right.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Can I take a look at the injury though to make sure she's actually okay?
Yeah. That sounds like if you're looking, medicine check in that case.
Medicine check. I don't know if I'm not very good at those, but I'll do my best. Ooh, a 12. So that makes it a 15.
Okay. Not a serious wound. Pretty good size punctures, but thankfully there wasn't any tearing or pulling, so it should heal up.
All right. Well, it looks like it was pretty clean. It looks like it hurts, but it's pretty clean. So.
Yeah, it stings.
Yeah. Well, drink a little. That'll numb it.
Do we have alcohol? Is there some in Aga's tent?
I don't know. Let's go ask him.
Cool.
We're not drinking the other 2 bottles we have from Ikram. I'm using those to barter tomorrow.
Oh, okay, deal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any alcohol, but I can clean it up myself if you want. I have prestidigitation and healing word.
Oh, we meant to drink.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I was reading something else, and I thought that I heard you say clean it up instead of drink. To drink, I don't know. Dan, would I have any like hellish alcohol?
I feel like if you fancy yourself a drinker, yeah.
Aga is not, but he knows that others are, and he was looking to make connections. I don't know if that would be enough or not.
Sure. Have a little container or something.
Can I have a bottle of like hell tequila, and it's got one of those healing slugs in the bottom?
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep. Excellent.
Awesome. Okay.
Wish I had that cut out still. All right.
All right, sure. I'll rummage through my shit for a minute.
Okay.
Like, you're gonna want to drink it in small doses.
You do realize who you're talking to, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've been
I'll tell me what to
improving.
do.
I've been proud of you. So I trust
God.
you with this, and I'll
Yeah.
hand her the bottle.
Don't. Oh, that's a mistake. Okay.
Let me first, Axel.
Oh.
Ari
Yeah.
pulls up a glass.
Actually, me as well. I don't normally drink the hard stuff, but it's been a day.
Oh.
Okay, I'll give some to you. Okay, anybody else before I take the bottle to my
Aga.
little corner?
Where are you going to take it to? This isn't that big of a hut.
To the corner? Like that round corner over there?
Go find the corner.
So,
That round corner?
Dan, I'd like to have the owl flying circles over us to keep an eye out.
Oh,
Are
okay.
those wolves that were bothering her? Are they approaching us? Are they still around? Does the owl see them in the distance or anything? Do I need to?
You can have a perception check with the owl. Mm-hmm. Ari, cheers.
18.
Okay. Oh, knocks it down. Let's see. They're about 1,000 feet out. By the time the owl gets back out, now they're no. There's signs of where they were and where they went. If you wanted to continue following, but they're heading in the opposite.
No, the
direction.
owl's just gonna.
Okay.
circles.
Yep.
Right above us, where he can communicate with me.
Okay. Yeah. No sign.
Okay. Then I will sit down in the hut and like encourage everybody to join me and say, I would like to try a new spell I've been working on. Can we sit in here and drink together for a moment while I work on it?
Are we about to
Sure.
kumbaya it?
Oh.
Yeah, for about a little over an hour.
Oh.
It's kumbaya.
And then we'll make some water, right?
She's gonna
We'll have
down
to-
a little.
We'll have to do the water in the morning if you want me to create water. But
Oh, sure. No, I'm sure we can find water.
yeah. And over the next hour and 10 minutes of drinking and camaraderie, Aga will lightly conversate, but mostly focus on ritually casting Rari's telepathic bond and connecting all of us telepathically, including my familiar.
Wow.
So
nice.
now my familiar can not only communicate with me, but it can communicate with everybody.
Mhm.
It'll still only take orders from me, but it can communicate with everybody as long as we're on the same plane of existence, and all of us can communicate telepathically as long as we're on the same plane of existence.
That is
Yay,
beautiful.
wizards!
And I will spend every morning doing this.
Nice.
And I can
Aw.
link up to 8 willing creatures.
Oh, okay.
Up to 8 willing creatures of your choice within range. The range is 30 feet.
Okay.
So
It's an hour each time.
yes, it will. Well, unless I prepare it, and then I can cast it as an action. Well, no, the duration. Oh wait. Oh, I'm wrong. This took 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I thought I saw a casting time of an hour, but it's a duration for an hour.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. I was like, wait a minute.
What?
Okay, so I'm wrong. So we can only do this for the next hour, but Aga wanted to. He'd been experimenting with it. He discovered this. But yeah, he's going to do that. And I think that he'll probably do that. Anytime he wants his familiar to do anything fancy, he'll just connect everybody up real quick. Anytime we're going into a meeting with somebody, anytime where, he's going to try and keep that up as much as possible because he wants everybody on the same page.
Gotcha.
Dan, can I ask a technical question?
Please do.
Can I allow this telepathy to work since I'm wearing my Ring of Mind Shielding?
That's a really good question.
It is a divination spell. I don't know what the wording on the ring is.
It's hold on.
Yeah, let's take a peek. See. Okay, action. Whereas you're immune to. Yes, creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it.
Great. Fantastic. Sorry to
No.
do that on stream. I was like,
No, you're
oh,
fine.
I
Go
hope
for
we don't
it.
want to screw everything up.
Neat.
Okay,
Awesome. So what's the first telepathic message one of you sends? I guess it'd be Aga first, since they don't know what it is.
Well, everybody would be sitting still, and then I would go, "Hey guys, look at my mouth," and my mouth isn't moving. Like, isn't that a cool trick?
And then telepathic in my head. You can only communicate, right? Like in my head, not like through my thoughts.
I don't know. Let me reread the spell.
I
Forge
think it's just
telepathic link.
yeah.
8 willing creatures psychically linking each creature
Every time it
until the
looks at
spell
her
ends can communicate telepathically through the bond, whether or not they have a common language. So if we were to sit down with like creatures we didn't have a common language with, we could also.
Nice, that's handy.
Cool. That's a
Cool.
useful tool.
Communication is possible over any distance, though it can't extend to other planes of existence.
All right. So now wandering to other planes. Baxel.
Well, on the positive side, if we have this up and she gets sucked into plane shift again, then we know. Oh God, I can't talk to Thaxel.
That wasn't
True.
my fault.
I know. I just said that it was a warning. It's just-
Yeah, it's never your fault, darling.
It really isn't, guys.
Well, except for that one time, but we're not talking about that on this trip.
Yeah,
Which
he's like,
one? Which one?
We're not talking about that on this trip.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to fight. We're on a vacation.
we can
All right.
This
we
has
can do
not
that
been a
for the
pleasant
next-
vacation.
for the next hour, and I think perhaps right before we teleport back, I think I should probably do this as well, because if we're about to end up in front of the Baron, I think it's important we can
oh, I need to sleep.
telepathically.
Everybody's gonna lay down. Head to bed as it's 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. now.
Night, night.
3:30. Night.
And telepathy, I'm going to say, night, night, bitches.
She'll giggle.
I'm gonna tell telepathically the owl, go looking for those wolves, and if you find them, let me know.
Flies off. Make a perception check if you would for your
Based on sight
yeah, you can do that. Yep.
or hearing, basically just fishing for advantage because owls get it if it's sight or hearing.
Sight. Yeah, probably sight. So you do advantage.
Ooh, I think they have like a +4 or something like that, or +3. Either way, it's 18. It's over 20.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Distance-wise, how fast is the owl flying? Excuse me.
60 feet.
Okay.
Perception is +3. It's 21.
Nice. And how long do you want the owl to pursue? Because it would eventually catch up, but it would be a hot minute.
Overnight.
Okay.
Like while I'm sleeping. I want it to do that while I'm sleeping because it's been tucked away and I didn't call it out at all in the cave, so
right.
it's well rested.
All right, it's flying away as you head off to bed. Is there anything that Aga or Rhea or Thaxel want to do before bedtime? Nope. You're muted, Vic.
Thank you. Sorry. My dog is like freaking out downstairs, and I don't know why. Ray would probably just stay up to be like the last one awake, but she'll go to sleep after.
Okay. As everyone else is finally laid down in their little bedrolls and stuff inside the opaque Weeman's tiny hut, you look at their sleeping faces and and finally tuck in yourself. So you all get a good night's rest, which puts you around 11:30 for a full rest. Let me just, I don't think we did anything in the combat tracker, but let me do it here just to be sure. All right. It's about almost noon as you all begin to wake up. Sun is up overhead. The weather's a little bit, it's warmed up now that it's midday. Partly cloudy skies. There seems to be some clouds that are moving in, but still sun peeking through. And your owl returns, Aga, around that same time. Waking, we'll say, wakes you up. Talking about the wolves heading out west of Rivenlost, west even of Woodrun Village, out towards the mountainous area beyond.
I actually didn't want it to come back.
Oh, okay.
I wanted it to keep following, and because of the telepathic bond with it now, I can communicate with it wherever I go as long as we're on the same plane. And so
Isn't
my thought is...
just an hour and a half, though?
What is an hour and a half? Oh, you're right. It's only an hour. You're right. Shit. Okay. All right, then it has to come back. Right.
It'll be like, what up? I saw it.
Yeah.
They went over there. And it's mainly tracks that it saw. It probably would have maybe almost caught up by then, but it's sort of, saw him disappear into the mountains over there.
Okay.
All right. Well, what do you all want to do before we go home? Anything in particular, or are you just waiting on me?
How am I feeling from the bite?
Let's see, put you through a series of checks here. Make a wisdom saving throw, if you would, Axel.
Happy to. That is a 28.
Okay, you had a lovely night's rest. You woke up feeling rested. Still a little bit of a sting. There's sort of a slight fatigue to your muscles this morning. You feel rested, and it's nothing too bad, but there's just a little bit of an ache, like a day 2 after a workout. It's a little bit sore and achy and a little bit tired. Make a fresh Constitution saving throw, if you would, as well. Please.
That's a nat 1, so 5.
Okay. And did you sleep in your wolf form? No, you changed back into Thaxel to drink, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Despite that fatigue, it almost feels like you feel a little bit of additional strength. You feel a little stronger than usual. So there's a fatigue, like your energy level's low, but your physical strength feels a little bit bolstered.
Oh, sweet. Huh. I check my muscles.
You know what? If you didn't know better, you would swear you have some gains.
Yes. Y'all, that bite gave me power.
Nice. You see Thaxel sort of off in the side doing this, like back turned to you. Like, yeah.
Do you think Thaxel would appreciate this?
He won't be appreciative when you bring them home because they can follow you.
No. You think that's what they did is they tracked me? I think because we're wolf bros that they just gave me like a boost, like a drug. They drugged they drugged me.
Yeah, it sounded like they drugged you and they claimed you.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
I feel like magical afflictions would be something Aga would be familiar with. Would he know what this could be?
What would be your basis for Aga?
Like, I feel like magical afflictions is like one of the first things you'd study as like a hell mage. One of the first things you'd be is like, what can you infect people with in order to control them?
You can do a history check with just a straight history check.
Okay. Oh, which dice do I use? Well, I can't find the 20 on that one, so not that one. No, I don't. That was a natural one.
Ah, okay. It's just so much other stuff that's going on. It's like, Aries like, I want to see this asshole and get things done. Whatever we're gonna do with the Baron, I kind of want to get out of here.
Yeah, like, Rhea, what do you want to do?
I
go
just
shopping?
need very quickly. It does not have to be very long, but I don't
Sure.
ask for much. But an opportunity to get something from another continent is too good to pass up.
Yeah, no, because I could go with you. They may have better poisons here. I mean, I already reserved one for Novella, but she can have multiple poisons shoved down her throat.
Sure, absolutely. Should we go find our friend at the bathhouse and see if he'll point us in a direction, or do we just try and wing it?
I'm really good at stuff. I'm an outlander.
I don't care.
I think we could all hop on our nightmares and get straight to the Woodrun Village.
You're taking the fun out of my background here.
Well, Fax, you can guide us there.
Okay, I can do that.
You can show the way.
Cool.
Shadow looks over at everyone else.
Just, let me just, okay. Rohirrim. Are we summoning our mounts?
Might as
Yeah.
well to make things go a little bit more quickly.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get some more free food out of that guy. Like, before we go. If we're seeing him.
I'm always down for free food.
It
Drinks.
tastes better.
Okay.
Avery gets up in her mount. And you all head back off to Woodrun Village. I'll pull up that image here. And are you specifically looking for your friend? I mean, your contact?
I don't care either way, guys. We can either use him to try and find out where the best shopping is, or we can try and figure it out ourselves. My dog is freaking out. I gotta go downstairs. I'll be right back. I can still
okay.
hear you, though.
Okay, neat, no problem.
I say maybe go find him. Because he may know better deals.
Well, he said if we came back to him, he would get us back. So,
Oh, we have to find him anyways, so we may as well go find him and say, hey, we gotta go shop because, like, they have the best malls here. Go shopping before we get back.
yeah. Listen, everything here is like cheaper than where we are from, so like we're gonna take a whole bunch of clothes back, that kind of thing. We're just looking for clothes, like nothing crazy.
Yeah. Poisonous clothes.
Well, lead the way, Thaxel. I'm hungry. And she's sort of falling in horseback there. Giddy up! Yeah.
Giddy up,
You
giddy up,
approach.
giddy up.
So here around, while there were some trees of modest size on the mountainside, they don't have the means to grow that well there. It's very barren. There are trees aplenty that surround Woodrun Village. Probably a good at least half a mile of decently dense forest around Woodrun Village. So you do pass through those before you get back to the town. Many trees here would easily be big enough to cast that spell.
I take note.
Ooh, okay.
Unmarked that one and that one.
Nice. All right. You return. It's a pretty small village. It does not take you long to find Gadrulum. And once you do, he'll approach, of course, or you approach him, and you've returned.
What's up?
Does he seem surprised?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
okay.
I wasn't sure if you'd make it.
Why
do you
is
say
that?
Well,
Yeah.
it's such a dangerous place.
We're
Is
very capable.
he telling the truth? Is that really
Make an
why he-
insight check, yeah, if you want.
I was about to ask the same thing. Can I
Go for
jump
it.
in on that too?
Mhm.
Thank God. It was like a 14.
Oh my gosh, that's what mine did. It was
Whoa.
14.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Oh,
No, mine did not do.
Oh, damn.
okay.
So
So 25.
Okay.
God, fuck. 20.
Nice. Well, Ray and Aga, you can both tell that he seems sincere. He doesn't seem to have any idea about any of these other plans. He was
Okay.
just repaying his debt to this other guy, to the Baron.
We're
Side
good
note, you
friends to
said-
have around. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
The we didn't really get to touch on it too much, and I didn't want to push during the crossover because I knew we were pressed for time. But this different continent has like different types of people. They're still humanoid, but what makes them different that we can identify them outside?
So they look like wood elves. If you had to put a foundation on them that you would recognize, it'd be wood elf. But they're a little taller, a little leaner, sort of in the way high elves are a little bit more gaunt. But they have these incredible, like these huge wings. If they spread them out, it's about a 20 to 24 foot wingspan. Here they billow up over their shoulders. That's the most defining feature. There's some other odd features. A lot of them have sort of like tribal paints that make up tattoos on their face as well.
Okay. And then you said, just this is the last little tidbit from the crossover. You said that one of them was one of them, right? Does she have wings?
She had the wings. Yep, that
Okay.
was Emercina, the ranger.
All right. I just wanted to understand
Sure,
what they look
please,
like.
yeah.
instead.
I'm so glad you returned. You look famished. Would you care for some lunch? Regale me with your story.
We would love some. Thank you.
He brings you back over to, what is the butcher's shop there? Lothar's Butchery. Get you a whole, sampler for everyone, like mixed plates. Just whatever you wish. Please eat up. You've given me the opportunity to pay my debt to a mutual acquaintance. I am truly thankful.
Of course. Maybe you could do a little favor for us. We couldn't possibly pass up the chance to do a little bit of exploring while we're in this new continent. And I know you don't want us going into the city, but perhaps you'd know a good few shops that would have some interesting things that we couldn't find anywhere else.
Well, I suppose we may have some. He's just so... He lacks knowledge of anywhere else so thoroughly. We don't have many shops here in Woodrun, but we do have an apothecary. Perhaps there's something grown from... harvested from fauna or the flora here that's different from where you hail.
I think that's
And
a
you
good
don't-
place to start, Rhea, because the fauna here might be significantly different. Could be a start. If
It
that's
could
not
be
what
a
we want,
start.
we could look other places.
Could be a start. Do you think we're going to have much trouble going around Woodrun? people are going to notice. Obviously, we're not, the same.
How long are you planning on staying? I think you would have a few days, relative safety without being asked too many questions.
I can't imagine more than that. Probably only the day, really.
All right. I'm prepared to return you whenever you're ready.
Fantastic.
There is a local brewery as well if you're looking for wine or ale.
What?
Vineyard. Yes, perhaps. I imagine that would offer a different taste, perhaps.
Yes. I have a very exquisite palate.
Well, there's sample some here.
Yes. I was going to ask.
We can call someone over to... and they give you, a whole, like one of those blocks that has the little seats for all the different ales, and then, a couple bottles of wine of different types and vintage. Yeah, to help yourself. You all find something that you like. Some are rarer than others too, right? You pick out like, oh yeah, that one's, that's the pricey, more rare one.
Rhea.
I see it. I see it, Daxel. What would you like?
A bottle of the finest of this. So I could give it to Tassos at some point.
Okay. Well,
Is that too weird?
No, he would very much appreciate it, I'm sure.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure you've got enough gold on you, right?
You have the funds. You have the party funds.
The party funds are for things to protect the party, not drinks for our boyfriends. Yeah, no.
Well,
Called out.
It's amazing. I don't know what happened, but all the shade I used to throw is coming from Rhea instead.
That's awesome. Ari giggles
thought we were on
at
the
that,
I absolutely am encouraging you to purchase that on your own.
okay, can you purchase some poisons for me? Because that is in the party's best interest that I kill people.
It depends on what we find.
Oh, God damn it.
We're going to be reasonable about this.
I'm sorry, Dan, can you remind me of the name of this angel creature thing?
Gadrillon.
Gadrillon.
Yeah, the wings have sort of an angelic feathering as opposed to any other style of wing.
So is he
Eagle or
still
angelic.
Gotcha. Is he still engaged with in conversation with?
He's there,
is...
trying to join when he can. You see that he's been eyeing all of you a few times over, like he's waiting to ask something.
Okay, I will kind of while Rhea and Thaxel are having an alcohol aside about what party funds get spent on. I'll kind of quietly step up to him and be like, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we've lost a partner.
Yes, I was very curious, in fact.
It's quite sad. Like you said, it is dangerous. Well, we're not sure. But some things are irretrievable.
You literally lost her.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a dangerous work environment, if you will.
I'm still a bit shocked. Not that I've felt that you and your friends couldn't handle yourselves, but not that I'm not glad to see you return, but I was very surprised.
But we appreciate the help that you've given us, and perhaps if you had something drink-wise particularly strong, that would be amazing for our respite while we're here tonight. I'd like to surprise you.
We don't have quite the same strength as some of the drinks in the city, but we do have some things that can knock your socks off, as it were. He kind of, calls a waiter over and orders. It's a small flask. and it just has it's a glass flask, slightly flared at the top, just a few inches tall, with a glass cork at the bottom, glass like a rosebud on top, cork that sets in, and it has just painted along the side sort of a dancing flame. This, of course, is for you, and I heard you were interested in this particular wine. Looks to Thaxel. And he sets a bottle of that wine over to you.
This is the classiest, most fanciest one?
The very fanciest. In fact, you must hold a pinky up as you accept it. I mean, passes it like this. Yes. There. Then he passes it to you. Chuckles a little.
Okay. Oh, that's odd. And this is a gift for me?
Yes. I wish to offer what I can. It's modest, of course, but again, you've all freed me from a debt that... Waiting to find out exactly what I would owe has been eating at me.
This is so nice. I telepathically.
You can't.
Damn it! Why didn't you prepare it?
Because it only lasts an hour, and we slept, and I didn't.
Why didn't you prepare it again?
We would have been traveling over an hour to this thing.
God damn it, Aga.
Fight me.
Don't test me.
Nice.
Fight me, Thaxel.
So just as a point of something interesting, Thaxel, since Thaxel thinks that she has it, what would she say mentally? Tell it to...
Oh shit, I don't know. Look at my fancy wine.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna send you a message. Gadrilon looks at Rhea, and is there anything that you found here that you wish to take with you?
Oh, that's so kind. I'd be more interested in something that's unique rather than just strong or expensive.
Well, make a persuasion check, I guess. Okay. I really don't know what to roll for that one.
Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Persuasion, you say? Not very persuasive. 18.
Oh, nice. Well, there are a few bottles of very select vintage, supposedly from elsewhere on the continent, a very long time ago when others held tribes here. They're incredibly valuable. I would not be able to give those away, unfortunately. But I believe they could be purchased. If you wish, you'd have to speak to... well, I could put in a good word for you with the barkeep, but...
That would be enough. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'll go speak with him now. You all please use the bathroom, and I'll be back in a moment. Empty your bladders. And with that, we'll take our bio break. So for anyone that doesn't know, of course, we take our 8 to 10 minute bio break. I desperately need some fresh coffee. And when we get back, maybe we'll mosey on through to the Baron here and see what else lies ahead. Woo! You know what? I think that'd be juicy too. Rhea, you get a message just before. Sorry, I know. Sorry, Tasha. Because you are still on the same plane of existence. Rhea, I've been digging into that news we received from our friend. Ever since I started snooping and getting somewhere, maybe 4 days ago, Magdalena's been nowhere to be found. And that's where we'll take our bio break.
Who's Magdalene?
Magdalena!
Oh,
It's this
that?
bitch that kept getting in our fucking way.
the hit finally worked. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Fucking mags. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
So who's Magdalena? Can somebody break that down for me? 'Cause I
No,
wasn't
go on your
here.
bio break and we'll tell you about it later.
Ah,
God,
you don't know
Yes,
in
ma'am.
character.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Twinny.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing. How are you doing?
Well, I still can't breathe.
Uh-huh.
I have moved on to hot tea with whiskey. That's my medicine.
I switched.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I had another kid cough in my face today, so I'm like, this is why I'm not ever better.
Yeah. No. I had to switch. I ran out of all of my honey, and I don't really like the tea that I have without honey, so I'm just on water now. Yeah, it's okay.
No.
Yeah, it's okay.
That sucks.
There's a lady in town that makes like elderberry syrup and wellness tea and whatever, so I'm using her blend. And it was like local honey and whiskey.
Nice. Good
Sounds
stuff. Dan, I wrote it out so that I would use exactly 50.
Amazing.
Because I knew I would just go on, and that would be more than 50. Sorry.
No problem.
Oh, you were scared. You were gonna message me.
Right.
Hey, Victoria, can you educate the uneducated and tell me what the heck a consigliere or whatever the hell that word is?
Consigliere? Have you never seen The Godfather?
I was raised by Mormons, bro. I didn't watch those kind of movies growing up. Like, I am uncultured.
You uncultured swine.
We are having
Exactly.
I'm just sad that you don't have that in your life. We're gonna have a movie night and just watch 1 and 2. 3 is not worth it.
Well, apparently there's a lot that you and I need to go have a movie night for.
Yeah. We'll just have to start having a movie night.
We'll have to have a monthly double date with.
Yes.
I want to go.
Well, we'll move to Florida.
No, I don't think so.
I saw the scales tip while the. Nope.
I'll stay in Texas. Thank you, though.
You can just Skype into the date night, but you just won't get fed. That's all.
Aww.
A consigliere is like so it's a position within the Italian mafia, which is like the head lead advisor. So
So it's like Jafar.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Kinda, but they they're trusted with like everything,
Like Jafar.
Yeah.
You really don't like that analogy.
I think that's perfect.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom from The Godfather would appreciate the comparison, but that's okay.
I mean, it just goes to prove that if the consigliere betrays you, that you can be royally fucked.
I mean, you could look what happened with Jafar, man.
Yeah.
He turned into a motherfucking snake
on the family chart.
Consigliere,
not part of the main hierarchy.
Do you want to know what Daxel's family chart looks like? She doesn't have one because they're all dead. So.
It's a pile of ash at the bottom of a family tree.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But it's okay, because guess what?
I'm part of the new pact.
Daxel is a sapling. She's a little growing tree.
Yeah.
And so she can create her own family tree now.
So
We start the
sweet.
clan. But this time, the clan is all werewolves.
Nice. Stronger, better, faster.
Oh my god.
Less in control. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
What? Dan.
Oh, you're so right, Horsey.
What did I miss? Mel
hey,
Brooks
Steph.
indoctrination?
Nice.
What is he referring to with Mel Brooks? I don't know.
Do you not know who Mel Brooks is?
I mean, I know the name Mel Brooks. I couldn't tell you what he looks like or what his movies he makes.
Okay, please kick him out the fucking
No, it wasn't his fault. We'll take care of it. That's what friends are for.
Like, name me a few Mel Brooks movies. Maybe I've seen them. I just don't know they're Mel Brooks.
Frankenstein, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, yeah.
Robin Hood,
God,
Men
it's
in
so hard to
Tights?
breathe in here. Yes, I've seen Men in Tights.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
See?
Mel
Yeah.
Brooks is the older guy that's like has the Schwartz, and he's got the ring, and it's so you
I
like
see your
sort of like the
Schwartz
Yoda.
is as big as mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one that does the circumcisions on.
Before we fight, I must tell you, my uncle's brother's cousin's dog's best friend's roommate knew your father.
Nice.
Mel Brooks is amazing. Also,
Hilarious.
that one. There's only one movie I don't kind of like because it was really hard for me to get through. It's that Western one. They're starting off on a train, railroad tracks or whatever, and there's like two guys that are like try to. What is that called? What? Oh my God, that's gonna halt.
Blazing
Yeah,
Saddles?
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing
Yep.
Saddles. Yeah, that's
Yo, you know what's insane? Is my dad talks about Blazing Saddles like it's a major cultural change for him. And he was like, they made fun of everybody in that movie. And I've never seen it, but I've heard it's remarkably offensive.
I just could not
absolutely.
get through it, but I do love everything else that he has made. Do not at me, Steph. I see you.
Nice.
Yeah, you thought they were going to kick me out. Steph is about to kick you out.
For one movie out of like the bajillion he's made. Come on. I'm a big Mel Brooks fan, just not Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Wasn't his greatest work.
My like
Oh, excuse me.
50-year-old white dad has quoted Blazing Saddles, and I'm like, Dad, you can't say stuff like that. I'm like,
Jeez, yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh.
Out
And
of
he's
the
like, "It's from
supermarket. No.
Well, he doesn't. Thank God. He's a smart man. He doesn't do it in public. He does. Sometimes he does it, and I'm like,
Ooh, yeah.
but it's the way it
That's
goes.
awesome.
Oh.
Love him anyway.
So, Dan, with the message that you sent me,
Oh yeah. Go ahead. We'll jump in with you getting that message, and then we'll find out what Rhea replies.
oh, okay.
I thought you were messing. I'm confused.
So after she hears this, she's gonna like do this. Like, Rhea, did you hear that? Or was it just me?
Hear what?
Nothing. Like nothing. I have fancy wine. Don't tell your brother. It's a surprise.
Can I tell?
Speaking
she's
of-
lying?
You could
Speaking
do an insight
Rhea's
versus
brother. He's gonna hand her the glass flask. He's gonna be like, "You were asking for something fancy for Tassos, and I thought this might do the trick." And I'll give her the fancy
Ooh.
flask that
I
has
had-
like the flame on it and the rose thing. And he's gonna say, "I told him that we lost a friend and it was very sad, and that he should give us something for condolences." Basically, that's what he gave us. So milk it when you've got it,
It's a
Mhm.
silver flask with
Glass.
wine in it.
Glass. It's a glass It's a glass flask with a glass stopper, and the glass stopper is a rose, and then on the glass flask there is a flame moving from one side to the other. I just thought this might, heat things up for you too.
Oh yeah, I will. So I have fancy wine with pinkies out and
And then you can do shots in
Flame
the
it.
bedroom. Yeah.
flaming hot shots. Yes.
Body
Mhm.
Body shot.
Okay, you're so sweet. I'm gonna pat you on the head. Means a lot. My deception was a 4.
Oh, well then
Very
yeah, my
much lying.
25 beats it. Yeah.
Wait, you rolled a 5?
25.
Oh, I was like, damn.
No, I rolled a 14. I got a 25.
I'm pretty sure at this point,
Nice.
Rhea actually cannot roll below a 9.
Nice.
10. 10?
Roll. Oh, you mean
Reliable
it's a
talent.
plus 11, so 12. Oh, that's right. No,
Reliable talent.
not yet. No, because she multi-classed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel your pain.
Uh,
10th level would be so dope if I just went full wizard. But I also wouldn't have plate mail on, so I mean, like, whatever. Anyway.
So you can tell
Okay.
for sure she's like doing the classic Thaxel fibbing.
Okay. Put that in the back of my mind.
All right. So you've received the message from Tassos Rayo.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to screw this up and then get cut off. All right. I am sure you are having Valentine followed. I need to know his reaction. Tell Thaxel to fill me in. We are coming home soon, but not right away. I want daily reports, even if there is no news. How much damage has she done? Tomorrow I want the numbers.
Okay. And for Ari, if she's watching, she still Ari have not heard anything back from that family in Stonehearth that you serve, work for. All right. Otherwise, you get booze. So Gadrulon comes back. So this is almost like a historic piece of there's a rack of 12 bottles of this wine that just aren't even touched, are just covered. In fact, Gadrulon comes over to the bartender, and you walk down into the wine cellar of the next building over, because I don't think it would be here in the slaughterhouse restaurant.
Right.
And these things have been here for so very long, hundreds of years, if not longer, just caked with that dust. You see there are 12 slots in this wine rack. 2 are empty. And Gadrulon says, well, gosh, I already forgot the guy's name. So-and-so here says, Lothar, what say you? And Lothar sort of fits the image you might have, a stereotypical image of a butcher. Sort of a heavy set with rather bulky musculature, bald head, big sort of a mustache, despite being a wood elf. He even has, you'd probably notice a belt of dwarven kind that he's wearing. I'm not one to say whether someone has something to trade for these or not, but it'd have to be pretty damn fine. I'm willing to part with one, but what are you looking to trade?
Oh, well, I know 2 of these, not comparable to just one of those, but maybe to start, I do have 2 additional bottles of a very fine drink from my own home that you probably can't get here. And I'll pull out the other 2 bottles.
Holds a hand out to check one of them.
Of course.
Spins it around. Where exactly do you hail from?
We're from the continent of Vossarel. Have you heard of it?
Can't say that I have. Make a persuasion check with advantage. Snappity snap.
Ooh, thank you for the advantage.
No problem.
You said persuasion, right?
Mhm.
Not my best skill. Okay. Persuasion. 9, 18. So it's 28.
Oh, nice.
Wait, is that right? Hold on. I got a 19 and a 9. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
20.
Okay. Yeah. 28. Okay.
It looks back and forth from the bottle in his hand up to you. Well, he seems to recognize that these are, without smelling it or anything like that, just the fact that they're so foreign has already made them valuable.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to trade both of these for one of mine, I'll let you choose which one you want to take.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to. I appreciate that you're willing to barter and that you are someone that recognizes and appreciates things that you can't get everywhere else. Might I recommend, or might I ask what you might recommend from your cellar?
Well, he kind of sets the two that, or he goes to take the two that you have. Okay. And he slides them into another empty rack. Well, they're all purportedly from about the same time. Of course, I don't uncork them or anything, but I'd say the bottle's in best condition, and it seemed like the oldest to me would be one of anything on this row, and he points out a row of 4. The center row has all 4 in there.
Okay.
I recommend it.
I just take a look at them and see if I can determine what might fetch the best value?
Yeah. Jeez, I really need to put together a skill for this, for your background stuff. I guess it'd probably be an investigation. I guess would be the...
Okay. Good thing I got that circlet crown thing on. Okay. 13 plus... 13 plus 9, so 22.
Okay. The 2 center ones in this row of 4 seem by far, a good deal rather older than the outer 2. So they seem to be from the same batch or same time. So either of those.
Okay, I'll just take one of them, whatever seems.
Slide it out. Has a really deep red, almost like a maroon color to it through the green glass. But a nice swish. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Yeah.
You as well. If we ever make our way back, I'll be sure to grab some other interesting things for trying.
Please do. Keep an eye out for the same here, then.
Of course. Appreciate it. All right.
You all are able to head back up to the restaurant. And Ari, of course, has eaten her fill and had a little to drink. Does anyone have anything else you want to do here, or what? Otherwise, what is your plan?
Wanted to check out the apothecary.
Okay.
Poisons.
Aga was looking for specifically stuff he could craft with that he can't find somewhere else, and he imagined that Thaxel would look for poisons as well.
Okay. All right. Gadrilon has... I'm afraid I have some business to tend to, but I can walk you over to the apothecary before I carry on, and just find me... well, I think he showed you where his home was. Find me at my home, or the bathhouse, when you're ready.
Fantastic. We appreciate your hospitality.
Of course. Again, I can't thank you all enough for giving me the opportunity to pay my debt.
Thanks for the wine.
Super fast, Dan. As we're leaving, will you remind me, what do his wings look like again?
So again, they're larger than most winged humanoids, and they're sort of a mixture somewhere in between, like eagle feathers and angelic feathers.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. All right.
Let's
go.
So you find your way to the apothecary. And there is a Tildari woman. Gosh, it's so tough to tell age, but you imagine she has to be in the latter half of her years. But still looks, has that sort of a youthful, sort of a glow, but her skin's a bit weathered. She has some gray hair coming in. Well, most of her hair is gray. There's just some black to it as well, streaks. And she doesn't have quite the same power in her step that a lot of the other Tildar you've seen. Most of them seem to be much earlier in years out here in Woodrun. But she's still fairly tall. She's probably they're all a little bit on the tall side. She's maybe 5'10", 5'11", so not as tall as, I think, Ray and Thaxel are a little taller than that, right? Oh, welcome to my humble apothecary. You see her sort of have she's not taken aback by the fact that you're foreigners, but there's definitely a little discomfort there. You here for goods?
Yes, we've never been to your beautiful continent before, and before we left, we thought it would be remiss if we didn't see the kind of wonderful things you might have to offer.
Poisons.
Oh.
Or anything unique to your lands.
Poisons.
We don't have much of a need for poisons, dear.
What? What?
There could be other interesting things.
We
We're no longer interested in this trip anymore.
Remy, there can be other interesting things. There can be things for you to take.
Okay, I'll stay.
I will step up and say, do you have any local plants, particularly ones that are very common around here? I just want to see if they're common where we come from as well, if it's a similar environment.
Okay. Absolutely. Yes, certainly. Yes.
And could you tell me, since I'm not from the area, what are some of the properties of some of these plants? I assume some of them, to a certain extent, have benefits.
Of course. Yes. Well, we have. Let's see. I can't speak on what you have versus what you can find here, but of our rare selection here, you'll find tail leaf, which is very rare for us at least. It's often used in potions, so used to bolster one's speed. Let's see what else would be rare and around here.
Oh, I was looking for common stuff.
Oh, common.
Because
sorry.
I wanted to see if their common was the same as our common. Because if it is, then their rare is the same as our rare. Is my thought.
She covers a few common, and they seem relatively on the same. I mean, some of them are unique to this place, but common in the area.
Okay, so there are some that she's like, "Oh, this is common," and I've never even heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I will just grab some of that.
Okay.
I will grab. I don't know if it's common; it's probably cheap, but I'll grab enough of it that I can like experiment with it and have plenty left over to like craft with or brew with Axel or something, and that we can figure out. We can figure out what its properties are and make something from it.
Okay, cilia beans are the main thing here that is common, and there are plenty of.
Okay.
I don't know that there would be anything else here. Let me just take a look around. What else would be common? And here, fennel silk.
Okay. Do you want to spell some of these?
Sorry. Yep, fennel silk is Fennel, and then silk. And we take those from below the mountains there in the cave systems. And of course, the cilia beans are Scilia, and then beans. And you get from the grasslands nearby. Both very common for us, but it's after comparing notes with you, seems like something that we might have that you don't.
Interesting. And this, can you remind me, I'm sorry, Dan, the name of this place where we are now, this continent? I'm just marking it. I'm just marking where we got it from in my notes for the inventory.
Gotcha. There's been no mention of the actual continent name.
So then
just-
can you just, the name of the town?
Woodrun Village,
Woodrun Village.
outside of Iverness, which is the main city.
I'm just going to put Iverness. Okay.
And through our comparison, would we have figured out what she has that might be rare there, but not that we don't have back at home?
Let's see. What was it? Was it tail leaf? Is that what I said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tail leaf, which is TAIL leaf, which is very rare, and you wouldn't have that back at home. And she would also mention where'd it go?
I was going to grab some of the silk, some of the beans, and the tail leaf, because those are all things that can be crafted or brewed with.
Okay.
And whatever this last one is, if Ray is interested in it, I'm only made out of so much money.
No, Rhea was looking to find out what it is, what the properties are, how much it costs to help fund your, if it's going to help the group, then she'd be willing to pull it out of the group funds, right? Because then Baxel can make something out of it. I mean,
Actually, yeah. Let me mention one other thing here, and then I'll
Yeah.
actually touch on that because it might go a
Okay.
little differently than you're thinking. Okay. Right. The only other unique thing I have here that isn't available where you are would be this, that she pulls up a little, like a mason jar, size of a jam or jelly jar, and puts it on the counter. This chromis slime. It's not used too frequently. This it doesn't negate effects to potions, but it in fact the final effect of the potion you're making after all your calculations have been processed, this turns it to the exact opposite. Not too handy in your own work, but from where you come from, perhaps could be used to meddle in other people's work. She kind of says, just taking a stab at what other people are like where you all come from.
peculiar. All right.
What are you willing to trade for these? I can trade for 5 of each. I only have the 1 chromis slime, but 5 roots of 5 beans, 5, everything she's mentioned. She could do 5 of
Very
each.
interested in the slime.
How expensive is all of this? Like, if the beans and the silk are common, she's saying, like, what's the measurement of 5? Is it like 5 pounds? Is it like 5?
Just individual things. Mm-hmm. Like
Silk is like a string?
Let's see. Where's our silk?
Or is it like she's got like a bag of beans and I can get 5 bags of beans? Or
it's 5 beans.
okay.
What was the other thing? Tail leaf, 5 leaves. What else did we have? We did the chroma slime. Am I missing something?
And
Chroma
then
slime?
the fennel silk.
Okay. Where are you? Silk. Oh, here it is. Fennel silk. Yeah, those are just little tiny bundles of silk wrapped up around a little tiny
Okay.
makeshift.
Can you
symbol.
spell the slime for me, please?
Yeah, CHROMUS slime.
Chromis slime.
Well, would this perhaps be something you might be interested in? And I will pull out the gold bracelet worth $250, or gold, sorry, dollars, gold pieces that we found after defeating the worm.
Ah. We'll say that Ray was extra sly and you saw she had some jewelry on. that she seems to enjoy and be pleased with. It does have an interesting shine to it. Looks like she's sort of weighing out the math. Make a persuasion check if you would.
Sure. Oh, okay. 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 You'd think I would remember what it is after making how many of them today? 13 plus 9. 20. What is that?
22.
22. Thank you. God, I'm tired.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
I
22.
just appreciate you being here while you're so sick.
Oh, no.
Yes, okay. Very well.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. If it helps when you're, if anyone comments on it, we're from the continent of Vossarel, and that's where it hails from.
Oh.
Very unique.
Wonderful. Thank you. And you sort of scribble that note down to tell her friends and stuff. This is from Vossarel.
Did we get 5 Chromis slime as well?
It was just the one jar of
just
Chroma
the one?
slime,
Okay.
which is 2 uses.
Okay, then I'm going to mark that as 2 in my inventory.
Jesus. Right. If she's handing him, I'll just hand it all to Aga. Oh, unless Aga, do you want me to put it in the bag of holding or my pouch of plenty?
Up to you. I don't mind.
No,
I've got room in my backpack. My carry limit is 225. I'm currently at 166. So.
I didn't know if it was a safety issue, like we don't want to lose the ingredients kind of thing, not an encumbrance issue.
You're carrying the money. Let's spread the physical goods out. Yeah.
Sounds good. Take it.
Thank you so much for your patronage.
Oh, no, thank you.
Good day to you all.
You as well.
Kind of tie these up
See,
behind her.
Daxel? We found some interesting things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aga was being smart.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Better enjoy that liquor or whatever the hell is in that flask. I wonder if
This is
we
still
put
from
the Chromis slime in alcohol, does it sober you up?
that is a very unfortunate, and I do not want to find out.
Nice.
Also, I probably would have asked from the apothecary, we don't have to go over it now, but I probably would have asked a few more times where Chromis slime came from and stuff like that.
Also under the mountains in the cavern systems there.
So it's like secreted by a creature or an extract from a plant? Or
From a fungus.
a fungus.
Slimy
Fungus are
fungus.
growable just about anywhere, as long as it's dark and humid.
Sounds like a side quest.
Next time we come to Avernus, guys, I think we're going under the mountains. Okay.
All right.
But all right. I think we should probably get out of town pretty soon.
Okay. Anything any of you want to do beforehand?
Do y'all are we just going straight back to the Baron, or since Daxel can just get us home, should we just take a tree home?
I mean, she did talk to the palm tree, so
Did.
I mean, she knows a tree literally on our estate. We could walk into our own house.
We could.
I guess by home you do mean Pele. That's not the home I meant, but yeah.
We could go to
straight to
Ikram.
Pele.
Are you familiar with trees and everything? That's meta. Agatas
Yeah.
that.
We stayed there. I've seen shrubbery, or was there a tree? I'm assuming.
I demand a shrubbery.
I demand a shrubbery.
There's gotta be
Nice.
trees.
Yeah, there are trees there.
On the estate, on the compound.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm trying to see what that tree's name was. I wrote it down. I just don't know.
it was tree.
Was that the sultry tree? Is that the one we were talking about?
Nice. Yeah, that was in Pele, right?
Yeah.
I like how Dan immediately dropped into it. Yeah, that was in Pele. Hey, baby.
Yeah. Wanted lady trees.
Yeah.
Really?
Get some more lady trees planted if you would. Airy, of course, reminding. Are you sure that we want to skip this stuff with the Baron? Like, wasn't he gonna bring that doofus like right to us or something once we got the?
Shit.
Well,
I mean,
he
everybody-
is.
I'm not
I
even
just-
entirely sure he's going to keep up his end of the bargain, especially if he's working for her. But, I mean, we could go find out.
Sure. I just didn't want us to get sent directly into a trap. I thought maybe it would be better to approach from, go somewhere else and approach from the distance.
Yeah, I like that idea too, because then we can do research, find out more about his contacts. We can have the Davenstar network look into his network, and then if we do it the right way, like you said, we can take his network from him. And I think the more important part is if you can plant spies in his organization. Not only that, he's a vampire, if I recall. Actually, I don't know. This is kind of meta knowledge. So how much would I know about vampires, Dan?
I don't know. You can do a history check on vamps.
Okay, all right.
Damn vamps.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good. That's a natural 19 with plus a lot. That's 27.
Nice.
That's 27.
Yeah, you have a pretty, you have a very complete understanding of, vampirism, and you can name off a few names of powerful, vampires of past times. Some may still be around.
So, something about the process of becoming a vampire attaches you to a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you go when you die. It's kind of like, kind of similar to a lich's phylactery, not as powerful, but kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you were to hold that, you would control the vampire that was there. So if we could use spies to locate that, we could control him, make him bring Revis to us, use his network, turn him against Novella. Like, we could get real nefarious with this shit if we wanted to. I'm just saying. I mean, we could go in guns blazing. I'm a little pissed off, so I'd be fine with kind of just killing this one, but it is a thought.
Well, we do have the goddess on our side.
Nice. And since it is
But-
meta, I'd probably nix any. I don't like meta coming over into the RP part. So until it's a vampire,
Yeah.
Oh, we don't.
I don't.
Oh, I
don't
thought
think
they
so.
said. Oh, I thought that they said it.
I thought that they said that we knew that. We figured it out.
Oh, did the other party tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other party
Yeah.
told us.
Oh, okay. All right, then you're good. Whew. Okay.
Yeah. No, that would have been a serious.
Yeah, it's like, well, we
No, no.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
but
yeah, maybe.
no. That was
Maybe I'm
completely Aga
misremembering.
in
That's
character,
right.
saying like we could
Okay.
get really nefarious and thorough with this if we wanted to.
I just put down something about pizza, and Rhea took
Oh.
notes.
I put
Something about pizza. Rhea took notes.
Rhea took notes. I put that the Baron died about 9 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And then
Did
we
you? Sorry, Steph was
theorized, I
saying-
believe, that he was
I
Yeah.
did
that
not
he
put
was-
anything down.
raised as a vampire.
I put down that Nobella's a lich and some other things that happened in the cave, but nothing about that. So I'm gonna say
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
y'all
I'll
win.
have to go back and look. So maybe we just know he died.
Okay. And then
I
figured
think
it
we
might be-
theorized, yeah.
Okay.
So
Well-
that's our running theory, I think.
I'll support y'all. Whatever I mean, I'm in it to win it. Whatever y'all
I
want
know
to
you
do.
are. Eric. Actually, I just had a thought. Maybe we have to go back to Pele and make our way back because we did vouch for Nobella. I mean, not that she's necessarily going to go right back to Pele, but I wouldn't want her to try and get
Oh,
into our
shit.
place or anywhere else in Pele under our name.
I don't think she left anything in our place.
I know, but that's not necessarily why she would be there.
She has like a passport type thing
Yeah.
that would let her
Yeah, we
in.
should probably let them know, like, hey, she's bad shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I
Plus,
really.
it's a. Oh, go ahead.
No good.
Oh, I was just gonna say it is a power move. Showing up at the Baron's door not through his means.
It'll throw
I
him
also
off
think if we
guard.
took the time to do the right research, we could not only punish him for being a shithead and working with Nobella, but turn him against Nobella in the future and
See?
force him into an alliance that he doesn't want.
Or maybe he does want. You don't know.
It won't matter either way. If we take the coffin, he's ours.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well,
and I've been working on a spell that I think might keep him from it, so.
I will say, I think my vote is we go to Pele, cut her off, do our research, and then go to the Baron from there. But I'm willing to go another direction if you guys want to.
I think we were gonna. I think I'd mentioned stopping by Stonehurst.
Oh yes,
to check on
dear.
my family there, if that's still on the table.
Stonehurst
Right.
is near Pele, right?
Yes.
So let's go to Pele, notify them of Nobella not being with us. Go to Stonehurst while we activate Operation Davenstar Spy on Baron, which really needs a better name. And then we can work on individual projects while we gather information on the Baron, I think. Which I don't think is like super exciting, but I think it's important. And I think there's some stuff that Aga wants to make for the group to make us a little bit stronger.
Well, I'll be very honest. I'm very much interested in taking over his network and possessions.
I'm very much
However we
interested
need
in
to-
a few things from him.
Aga, don't become a werewolf vampire lich.
No. He does want undeath of some kind because he doesn't like the idea of the devils getting a hold of his soul, and he wouldn't really hide that very much. But he definitely, some kind of avoiding death thing is going to be in his future. But,
Sure. But all right.
I just thought that the idea of a wizard who can cast spells and then like, oh man, I'm out of spell slots, bear form would just be fucking dope. So I kind of wanted that for him, but I don't know, lycanthropy, maybe not. The personal control and intelligence, I feel like doesn't go well with the lycanthropy curse.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe he wouldn't want that so much. The more I thought about it as we were I think that's more Rob talking, not Aga.
Gotcha.
And then I think Aga would be much more, I retain my intelligence and become undead, but I don't have the negatives of lichdom. Yeah, I think I'll become a vampire. I think that sounds good. Vampire wizard caster, that's scary.
Well, should we say goodbye to our host at least?
Yeah.
Here we just
You know what I
shrugged.
think we should do? I think we should let him know, sorry, we found our own way home. Your debt is unpaid. And then when we take the Baron's network, he will be a part of it. So
He
sorry.
gave us like, but is he gonna take my wine back? I have a
No?
problem.
What's he going to do? Oh, take backsies? No, get out of here.
You don't know.
I would be all for this, but I think the debt was getting us in to see the Sphinx.
Oh no, he said getting us back would finalize the debt. Which part of me says if the Baron went through the trouble of making the deal to get us back in case we made it, I feel like it's a trap on the other end. I feel like the more I think about this, the more I think we really should not go through his avenue.
Right.
I think we should probably just leave, and he'll just wonder the whole time, where'd we go? I don't think we should tell him anything. I think we should walk outside and walk through a tree and be gone.
Yeah.
And then we can get in contact with him through the Baron later after we take over the Baron's network and be like, listen, you've got a debt to pay. Time to get us through there again, debts are important.
Believe me. I know that debts are important. That's
Also,
my business.
who cares if he was nice?
I'm not worried about that. I just don't like to burn a bridge until I have to.
Oh, I don't think.
What she said.
You're this way for me.
I'm sorry. I saw Aga's
wait.
name.
No,
I saw
am
Ag-
this way.
Three, you're.
Oh my god, we're twinning there.
Oh no, I pointed at Dan, so it's that way for me.
Oh wait, I did the wrong one. I'm sorry.
God damn it. Okay.
It's
okay.
reverse. I'm sorry.
High five.
This is very difficult because on our actual chat, I'm high fiving Fantasy Grounds. Like,
Here you go. I'll give you a
Oh,
5.
high fiving Dan.
Oh my goodness. All right.
You're cool,
So-
guys. You're so cool.
I totally meant to say something in that whole conversation, but Horsey said Aga needs to find a dark mage into recycling, reduce, reuse, reanimate. And it made me laugh, and I totally forgot what I was going to say.
All right. Tree to Pele then?
I think that's the best plan, and I think we just don't tell Don Julio or whatever his name is anything.
I like. Oh, you do nicknames too?
That was meta. Aga would remember his name and use it. Aga's not a goofball, but Rob is. Sorry.
Face is
Yo,
not
you were
pleased.
you were pissed, and then your hand passed over your face, and you were smiling.
Awesome.
That was
No.
amazing. It's like the
Okay. Woo.
All right.
Okay,
All
y'all. I only have one of these a day. Okay.
We'll be at home. We can rest.
I'm just saying, I can't like just zap in a tree and then we turn around and zap into another tree. Like, we can only do this once
For now.
for now.
Oh,
I'll
Very-
pat Daxel on the head, and I'll go, you'll get stronger.
I don't want to burst our beautiful plan, but since it's not very easy to get to this other continent, do we think there's going to be some interference with the magic to get back home?
Oh shit!
I think if there is,
I forgot about that. We're on another-
let's try it anyway.
All right.
I don't want to.
Well,
I don't want to die.
Ari just rolled to see if she was going to bring something like that up. She got a 1. That's like back in the bag. And then you mentioned it. I'm like, okay, good.
I forgot.
Not to say
Well-
the
I
rest
think
of
the
it.
I think the worst thing that's going to happen is we're not going to end up
Oh.
in the right spot.
But wait. It's a.
we
I
all
will,
held hands.
let me just read my lovely spell because it's not that long. It's within range, and another plant at any distance on the same plane of existence.
Same plan.
I must have seen or touched the destination plant at least once before. I'm pretty sure I touched all over that tree while we were
I
talking.
know, but this magic is a different magic that we haven't encountered before. I'm all for it,
Does it say
but
plane? Do I know?
maybe. Oh, go ahead.
No. Okay.
Maybe.
But when the tree opens up, you can see the other side, right? We know where we'll be stepping out. Like it, and then you can like see where you're going, like when you step through. It's like a door, right?
Oh, I don't know. Let's take a
Any
look.
creature can step into the target plane and exit from the destination plane by using 5 feet of movement. It doesn't say.
Transport
Five-
via plants. Yeah.
It says 5 feet of movement, so I'd imagine it's like a tunnel. It's like 5 feet long. You know, like
Yeah.
whoop, you just step through it.
It's a magical link. Does that help?
Here's what I think. Maybe you cast the telepathic bond on us just in case we get scattered.
Sure.
Oh, hell.
Oh.
I
Sure.
don't like this. I don't like this plan.
I'll take 10 minutes and
And
Boom.
we'll all hold hands.
I don't like it. I have a
Ari's
bad
like, I
feeling.
can
The
hear
wings.
Thaxel's.
Nope, I don't like it. I really don't. I have a bad feeling, y'all. Do you remember the last time I had a bad feeling and you didn't listen to my bad feeling? Y'all all got fucked.
You're not one to talk, Ari says. She holds her hand out to Aga, I think, first. Ari would.
I mean, if you guys don't want to try it, then let's just be prepared for shit on the other end at the Baron's house.
I mean, my thought is, I mean, even if we kind of end up not exactly where we wanted to be, I think we'll end up close. Teleportation spells, they tend to get, you know, jumbled by interference, but it doesn't not move you somewhere else. I don't know.
Sure. I mean, I'm willing to try.
I mean, we either securely teleport into a trap or insecurely teleport into not a trap. I mean, both ways have a threat. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Well, we're bonded, so we know where each other will end up if we get separated.
as long as we all end up on the same plane, yeah. Which
long as we
teleporting
all end up-
same plane to same plane, I don't think it can.
Yeah, we
Twist
haven't
that
left
teleport.
a plane. It was just like zoomed
Moving.
across the world.
Yeah, so that should
was
not.
it.
That should not put us on a different plane, but we'll.
All right. Let's try it.
Oh God, help me.
Right before we go in, if we go in, Rhea will put out the wings.
Okay. So you all sort of huddle around near this train. Ari kind of reaches out, I think, to Aga's hand first, and then just reaches the other one out to whoever's going to grab it. Aga, of course, has spent the time casting first a telepathy spell, so you can all, I'll give it a quick test. Testing. And you can successfully hear one another. Thaxel, Ray's going to put her wings out after Thaxel casts a spell, like while you're casting the spell, if you're doing that.
Well, here's another good idea that we can test this with. Pop the tree open. I'll put the owl on my arm. I'll look through his eyes and have him run through real quick. And if he's safe on the other side, I'll come back and run through, and we all go through.
The duration is 1 round.
My thing is, if he goes through, I can see everything through his eyes and immediately not, and then run through myself. It's a free action to. Oh, not great. Just straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 8.
Yeah, that's a sound plan.
Fuck you, Dan. It's a sound plan. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Do the rest of us have to go along with his ridiculous plan that I wasn't even convinced was a good plan?
That's up to you. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think you're ridiculous, but I always thought you were ridiculous, so nothing's new.
At least it's mutual.
All right. I think we just pull the trigger. We either do it or we don't.
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck.
I
I'll go
would
first.
like to take this time. Oh, do I have it prepared? Hold on. Please hold.
Please hold.
That's not it.
I'm holding.
I do have speak with plants prepared. I can talk to trees and see if they know any,
They're not going to know about
Well, I wanted to try. Bless you.
intercontinental teleportation. Hey, man, has everybody ever walked through you? Nah, man. Oh, well, I'm going to do it today.
Let's do this, yeah.
Sorry about it.
This is gonna be fun.
I thought okay. I want the record to show. Hold on.
You're talking with the tree first?
Okay. Nope. I rolled.
Okay.
And it says to cast it to do the transportation. But I want the record to show if y'all kill Thaxel tonight, I will legit come after y'all. Okay?
Oh, my whole plan here is just to accidentally kill Thaxel. That's what
I'm
goes
gonna
after.
straight up motherfucking murder you.
We've been in it this whole time. Kill Thaxel off in an accident.
Yeah.
That's so mean, guys.
Trying to make it look like a whoopsie.
Yeah.
She's so important. She's the best.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it. Hands.
I'm
I'll
going to
take
straight
Thaxel
up.
and
I'm going to
Aries
straight up
hands.
pick up Aerie if she'll let me. Like,
Okay, well, I want us to
like-
all be holding, though.
yeah,
each
like I'm
other.
down for that. I'm just gonna
Okay.
like full on like grip Aerie,
Okay.
and I feel like I probably have the strength to like carry her. She's small, and then I'll hold somebody else's hand, but I'm like death grip on Aerie. I don't want to get separated. I'll go first if you guys are down for that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's my idea.
So it lasts 6 seconds. So it's up to you how you all want to proceed. If you're, it'd be movement through and sort of, so in what order do you want to go through? Aga first?
Raga and Aerie first.
Aerie, okay.
Because
I'll
I'm
go
carrying her. She's grappled.
Okay.
third, because I would hold on to Aries' hand,
Okay.
and hold on to Thaxel's hand, and I would probably try and like fly in a little bit so that way when I go through.
Okay, and Thaxel last. All right, so Thaxel, this beautiful. This first time that you sort of get to cast a spell, you commune with this tree, and it's sort of in energy that is being kind of swapped back and forth, and you think of. Is there a particular tree? Where are you going? The tree that said sensual tree in the backyard there in Bailey?
Yeah, the one that was helping me find.
Oh man, I'm in you, tree.
So excited right now.
Nice. So's a tree. So you you think you think of that tree and just the interconnectedness of the world. And the tree, so the bark on this one splits open and creates this passage large enough for you to walk through. Within it is sort of just this ethereal swirling energy. Aga darts through, Aerie under his arm, Rhea carrying in the back of the hand, and Rhea, as she's flying through, grabs your other hand, Thaxel, and you all pull through. And you feel this draw like you're being pulled warp 6 across the entire world. a freezing cold feeling washes over you, all damp, wet, and you snap out of this ethereal plane and drop about 20 feet into a swirling ocean. A huge storm billows overhead, lightning crackles. Large swirls of water swirl around you. Make a perception check, everybody. Ooh, go Aerie.
Okay.
Okay. I saw this. Oh my God.
Nice.
24.
Wow, okay. Aerie's got a 19. Thaxel?
26.
Oh,
sorry.
Thaxel had the 24.
Yeah, I had the
Okay.
24, yeah.
And Rhea, you have a 26? Okay, Aga?
11.
There's a lot going on for everyone. So you're sort of just hit the wave of water, knocked over into. You spin a couple times underwater before riding the ice in your armor. Thankfully, weighing out against the actual weight of your armor. The buoyancy.
Okay,
in
I
the
was
ice.
about to say, I'm pretty sure you just killed me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in full plate. I'm sinking to the bottom.
Nice.
Okay.
So Aerie had a 19, but it's still not quite enough to see. But Thaxel and Rhea, you see in the distance, what appears to be maybe an island. As the swells go up and dip down, you think you can see off in the distance an island. There's a current here.
Rhea will let go of Aries' hand and use the telepathic bond to tell, and everyone would hear it, but she would tell Aerie to use her flying cloak thingy.
Okay.
And then Rhea will grab onto Thaxel as hard as she can and try and fly just straight up so that they can get out of the water.
Okay. Make an athletics check to get out of the water and up in the air, if you would.
Me. Not good for me, guys. Not good for me. Okay, a 16. So that's
-1.
I'm sure it's negative. You said athletics?
Yes, please.
Oh, dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Aerie struggles. She gets out a little bit, but the weight of the water now soaking her clothes is a little too much for her cloak to pick up and catch air. Another wave
Also,
crashes and topples her.
Should be carrying me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The two of you back underwater. Thaxel, you're getting struck by the waves too.
Having
I'm
a
gonna-
telepathic bond with her, I'll say, Aerie, just summon a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Rohirrim right off the bat. I'm gonna
Okay.
yell for
Neat.
Rohirrim.
Ryan! Nothing.
What the shit?
That's what I figured.
Cool.
But Rhea, you've cleared the water.
I thought I was taking Thaxel with me because I said I had.
Oh, you're holding
Yeah,
her?
yeah.
Oh, and what did you
Yeah,
get
I was-
for your athletics again?
It was a dirty 20.
Okay. Yep, just barely with the weight of Axel, you managed to clear the water. However, the waves here are some good 30 feet, 25 the swells.
Okay.
So.
Daxel, can you swim, Daxel?
Yeah, I'm really good at it.
Okay, go save Aga.
All right, drop me.
All right, I'm going to drop her back in, and I'll try and fly over them so that I can either grab Aerie or help grab Aga, whichever one we need to.
Okay. All right, Thaxel, you drop back in the water and swim over.
And I can hold my breath for a long ass time too. So
nice. Mm-hmm. Please, both Aga and Thaxel make a Constitution. Now, make an athletics check. We'll do it that way.
Oh God.
7.
Athletics. 20.
Ooh, okay.
Wait. We rested.
Hmm.
Well, okay. 13.
Okay. Do you have more luck for the day? I want to remind you because sometimes you.
I have inspiration.
Oh, right. Okay.
What's my wedding inspiration?
It was a D20. It was an insane.
Because it's a big old rock.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Do I add that to it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I had a 13,
Uh-huh.
so 27.
Nice.
Hello.
The current is intense, and there are counter currents here. And Aga's swimming against the current this way, while you're swimming against the current the other way to meet up. But you successfully do so. You swimming, and you're able to grab each other's hands, and you're sort of pulled into one of the currents. Rhea up in the air, you see Aerie still struggling. She's back under the water.
Is Aerie visible from me?
Yeah, I don't think you'd see her where you are because you're not.
I meant to hold on to her even when she tried to fly. My hope was to keep her with me no matter what. That's what I was hoping for.
Make an athletics check for that. I'll do one for her to hang on to you.
Athletics. 13.
Okay. Yeah, you try, but the force of this current in the water pulled her out of your grip.
when she got pulled away, because I didn't realize she had, I would cast haste on her to double her movement speed. So if she can get up in the sky, she can book it the fuck out of here.
Are there any verbal components? Because you're still underwater a bit.
Haste. Let me look. It is, but I will expend air if I have to. Like I'll and I'll say it anyway.
Okay. Are you empty your to cast the spell and cast haste on Aerie? Ray, you see her kind of go under, but you just saw where she went under.
She would think to Aerie, dimension door to me.
Oh, okay, nice. Let me just check and see what those. If that has a verbal.
It does. It is. It's verbal.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just looked.
Nice. All right. Does Aerie want to do that and use the air? No. Okay. So she does. But the interdimensional teleportation does not work here. She begins the drowning process.
I will fly down to try and pull her out.
Okay. So you fly down underwater. As a swell comes up, you just dive under it to try and find her. While that's happening, Thaxel and Aga, the two of you are hands interlocked, but about 10 feet underwater. What would you like to do, the two of you?
Yeah, I'm drowning at this point, I think.
Right. Yeah, you started the drowning process as well.
Well,
I'm just going to go point upwards. I'm going to try and swim for the top.
okay. Question.
Man.
I can't find it. I'm going to. well, what I wanted to do, I don't think I can, or isn't really help anybody. There it is. Okay. Search, come on. Sorry. Please hold. You're stressing me out.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I went to pull up Rhea's spells and I accidentally pulled up my Triton Storm Sorcerer, and I was like, wait, I have all of these spells I can use, and I was like, oh, not that character. Wrong character.
Just kidding.
I was just laughing because I was looking at chat, and Sam of all people was going, "Hey guys, remember when you had an easy way home?"
Yeah, fuck you, Nobella. Not Sam, Nobella.
I mean, a little bit, Sam. That's a snarky comment.
I'm going to, because I don't know what else to do, going to turn wild shape into a giant, huge killer whale.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm going to, because it's huge, I'm going to take Aga into my mouth.
Hey, don't tell Passos about this.
Not where I was gonna go with Jonah and the whale, but I mean, like,
thank you. Thanks. I was like,
Nice. Yeah.
think about Pinocchio, how like
His
that your
nose
tea?
keeps getting
Killing?
bigger.
Tea, Victoria.
Yeah,
Is
just
that what that is?
keep digging. Just keep digging.
they were swallowed by the whale, but they're not really swallowed by the whale. They're oh my god, make it worse.
That was amazing.
Just
That was like a super
We're
sensual
after
way to
dark
say
for
it.
a
Like,
reason. Yeah.
take Aga into my mouth.
Into my mouth. I mean, you walked into it.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay, sorry. All right, dire circumstances.
Normally, it's just a part of the
What a way
person.
to
This time
die!
It's the whole person.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Okay,
fine,
so
just die. Just die. I don't care.
all right, so you chomp Aga.
I eat. No, I'm done.
No. Yeah. Nice.
So now I have that happening, and I'm going to swim to get Airy.
Ooh, okay. You swim over. So we'll jump back to
Killer
Rhea,
whales.
who's
Huh?
Killer whales breathe.
Right. I can hold my.
You could empty the water out of your mouth and actually breathe air into your mouth through your blow. Yeah, well, I don't want to. I'm not going to go there. But
use your blowhole.
fuck you, Dan. God damn it.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
Awesome.
And I can use echolocation. I can hold my breath for 30 minutes.
You could get down below the swells and just come up, breathe, go down, come up, breathe, go down.
And she knows where that island is.
Steph,
Yeah.
nice.
We're
And
good.
I stay
We're
in
set.
my fort for 5 hours. I mean, you're about to have the ride of your life.
Nice. Yeah.
You are just put the shovel down. Put the shovel down.
I warned you, and you just kept.
I'm already on the train. It's good. Yes, heading
all right.
for.
Let me have Rhea do a perception check with disadvantage as she dives underwater and attempts to find Airy.
Of course, one of those was a natural 20, and then it was a 9. So with my perception,
2 of those were natural 20. Is that what you said?
No, I had no. Of course, one of them was a natural 20 and a 9. So so it's a dirty 20.
Okay. So you do, in fact, see a form out of place here underwater. Probably about 35, about 1 turn's worth, to swim over there with some dash action.
Double dash since I'm a roguey.
Nope, you'd still have an action if you use your bonus to dash.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I could use the action to, I guess, grapple her, or whatever it is, or to move. I don't know if it's
make an
whatever I
athletics
need
check.
to do. Okay.
She unfortunately attempted, as air is escaping her lungs, she tried to grab you, but totally whiffed it.
I rolled a 2, so 6.
Okay. And the current just kind of draws her away like an undertow further out. Fax will make a perception check straight up because you have echolocation.
Oh, I was about to argue advantage for Echo.
Wait, what? I have disadvantage?
No. Well, you have regular roll now because you have echo location.
Oh.
That wasn't in whale speak, so.
Wow. That's okay. I don't know how to do this. 21.
Awesome.
That was the worst. I'm sorry. I'm done.
No, okay. You see both Rhea and Aerie, or at least forms, humanoid forms, off in the distance.
Okay, I have 60 feet of movement.
Oh, that'll be enough to get
Swim.
to at least Rhea.
So Rhea, Aerie's further away?
I mean, it's not turn by turn, so if you want to just scoop them both up.
I'm going to Aerie first.
Okay, swim past Rhea. And off.
Oh, Rhea's on the way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. All right, Rhea, I'm going to swallow you real quick.
Ooh. You
Don't
accept Rhea in your mouth. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
And then to Aerie.
Okay, over to Aerie. All right.
And then telepathically, I don't think they'll understand me. Can they understand me?
Yes, you don't have to share a common language
right.
when you have it. Yeah.
Hey, guys, it's me.
No shit, Sherlock. I'm sorry. No shit, Sherlock.
Hey, I just saved y'all's life. You may thank me later when we get to this island. There's an island.
Man, did I have Thunderwave prepared? From inside a whale? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I hear what you're thinking. I gotta knock it off.
Awesome. Your echolocation gets a ping behind you as you face the island. The Axel. Something massive this way comes.
It's a kraken.
Shut up. I am.
Oh my god. Will you please cast haste on her?
I will switch haste from Aerie to Thaxel and say, get us the fuck
Touch
out
her
of here.
tongue. And
Touch my tongue.
Nice.
I will punch her in the tooth
Hey!
and see if I can't knock it loose.
I'm gonna try to-
Pow!
I'm going to
And
try to
cast
swallow.
haste.
Try to swallow you now.
Nice.
So it's
No, I'm
60
just-
feet, so 120 if I'm dashing. So look at it.
And you also have an extra action to dash with haste. So you can move dash dash. So you're actually moving 180 feet per round.
Done.
Where was that? All right. Let me resize this image.
And Rhea is gonna say, Joaquin, don't let it end this way. And I will cast Blast on the three of you.
Ooh, nice. All right. Let me get this thing down here. I'm just going to close this image. Of course.
I knew it.
Oh,
Fucking-
shit.
Dan!
Daniel.
She full named you.
Yeah, oh, shit, yeah. I'm in trouble. So you can't...
Yeah, Sam is freaking out.
Yeah, I've seen what happens when you go up against this thing. We've got to get out.
Another one of these creatures rapidly approaching. So, Thaxel, we're going to, instead of doing it turn by turn, yada, 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 we're doing it with some checks, okay?
Oh, shit.
So you go full speed ahead in your whale form to that island. Please make your first athletics check.
Of course, Bless doesn't help. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's bad.
Okay.
Bless doesn't affect ability checks?
No, just attack rolls and saving throws. I don't know why I did it in character.
Dirty 20,
Okay. All right.
because I'm really great in a whale form.
Nice. Now this creature, oh gosh, how to explain how large this thing is. This image doesn't really do it justice. If it were standing above this, it would be almost like tornado's height. It just goes up and up, probably a good 1,500 feet, waist to top of the head. So it's going exceedingly quick. It's one of these creatures out in this area that's just really nasty. However...
Damn, that shit's creating a tsunami.
Yeah, yeah. These things carry with them a swell. See, no one can see, so it's kind of a bummer. But for us viewers, there's a huge swell that comes up with the creature as it hasn't broken the water. It's just the eyes glowing within the swell, and just the horns pop up and break the top of the water. However, that first athletics check, if you're keeping up this pace, you'll likely make it at least to the island before figuring out how to disembark and get on it. Okay, next athletics check, Thaxel, if you would please.
Okay.
Your echolocation is pinging this thing even closer. You can't sense the bottom of this thing.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 17.
Okay.
But since I'm freaking the fuck out,
There's a mountain coming up behind you.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a lucky to see if I can go up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't math.
Does
25.
she get advantage for haste?
Nice.
I don't know. You
What
have
is
to
haste
spell.
description again? Let me just take-
Doubles movement speed, bonus action dash.
Okay.
So she moves twice as fast, and she can move 3 times instead of twice on a turn.
Nice. That's effectively keeping... It's helping, but it's not an advantage because of how fast this thing goes and how close it is. He's, again, making good pace. More and more of your echolocation is being filled up. Just take it, ping, 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 pinging back. You can't even sense the edges of this thing. It's so wide. You can start to feel too, like the swell of the water, sort of almost helping, pushing you further. Some lightning cracks on the ocean surface nearby, here and there. Schools of fish panic and swim by and try and get the hell out of here. Please do a third check. This one with disadvantage as you're starting to tire out.
You can already take my inspiration die
Same.
before I even see what it is.
You can have mine as well.
God damn it.
What are ours? D14s?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Mine
Yep.
is a D10 because mine's the regular old boring.
Oh,
Nope,
okay.
nope, that's fine, because you're level 11, so bards are D10, I think, right?
We're 10, right?
So you'll be a
level 11.
D12. So the inspiration die is always a little bit higher, right? Oh, no, you're right. We do
I thought it
the
was the
bard.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah, D10.
Sorry, D10.
So
14, I think it goes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks
yeah.
for the sub, Sam. Yay.
Oh my
Sam.
God,
Take
it was
Sam's
so-
inspiration. Okay, so you have 3 inspirations, 2
Okay,
D14s and a D10.
Don't take Sam's inspiration. It's tainted.
Oh my God, you hush, Aga. Okay, so
I want to
rolled-
live. Taking.
I do want to live. I rolled with disadvantage, but I'm going to use my last luck to do it again. Can I do that?
Yeah, go
Uh-oh.
for it.
Somebody else just got a sub too.
Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Whose inspiration am I taking again?
You have at least
You have 2
Sam's.
D14s, 1 D10.
Okay.
So 3 D10, 2 D4.
What? Sorry, what?
Roll 3 D10 and 2 D4 and
3d10.
add that total.
All of it,
Roll.
yeah.
Okay. 3d10. Okay. Okay.
I believe in you. You've got this. Go Thaxel. Go.
What are the D4s
Okay.
for?
Because
14.
Oh,
D14s.
the 14s.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. 3d10s and then 3d4s?
No, 2.
2.
2
2
D4s.
D4s.
2 D4s.
2d4s. Oh, God, yes.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dad, quit it. Shut your ever-loving mouth. Okay.
Mhm.
Athletics, right?
Mhm.
Have to math.
You know what this kind of sort of reminds me of?
41.
Damn, nice.
And I will roll more if I have to.
You might want to hang on to some because you're nearing the island. Ooh, you're making a good pace. You got a good jump ahead with this one. Not ahead, you're not gaining, but you're maintaining. You hear this rumbling echo, almost like not quite echolocation, but it's this huge ping that comes over you like a wave, almost like electricity dancing through you.
Are you communicating this with us?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Telepathic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How far behind it is us? Is it?
Oh gosh, at this point, it's probably let's see, you're almost at the island. It's almost to you. It has like nearly 300 feet movement, so I'm gonna say it's probably 350 feet out, 400 feet out. It's about one round away from you. You can look out Thaxel's butthole at it.
I have
our exit plan.
Oh. No, never mind, because I need to keep haste up on you. Shit. Okay, never mind. Oh, I was going to use Wall of Force because it literally nothing passes through Wall of Force except the Disintegrate spell, and I can make it 100, or I can make it 100 feet wide and 10 feet tall, and I was just going to put it in the middle of this thing, and so he just runs into like a, Nice. And I was going to see if I could like stop him or make him go around, which would, make the water throw us forward, was what I was hoping, but I don't think it's worth the gamble, so I think I'll just keep haste up on you.
Yeah.
A palpable dread, not your own, but just something in the atmosphere around Thaxel and within her, around all of you, just sets in, and there's this hunger. It's a hunger for you, an ancient, seething anger and just drive to consume. Envelops you all as you're getting on your final leg of making it to this island. Please make one final athletics check with disadvantage.
Oh god, we're out of inspiration.
I know.
No.
Do you need to? Oh.
Hold on. Because I still have inspiration because I subbed earlier. I haven't used mine yet. I used whatever the one thing was.
I'm out.
We use Aga and Victoria.
Sam.
And
Aga,
Sam,
Victoria.
and that's it, right?
That's it, yeah.
Steph gifted one to Ball Up, so if Ball Up is up for using theirs, let's see who else is in here. Frank, are you still here? Do you still have sorry, not to fish for it either, but just if anyone else has a
no, fish for it. Fish for it. I've used all my luck. Okay.
Oh, Steph, thanks for trying.
That's the best. Okay, just so I remember where I'm at. Okay. Okay. I'm using mine. Anybody else?
God.
That's all we got, man. That number, it's what we got.
Okay. Let me check one more thing.
And you used all of your luck, right?
I did. Okay. 19.
Okay, tell you what. Give me your RP for this moment, and I'll see if there's an adjustment. 20 is the marker, by the way.
Oh, fuck my life.
So give me your RP for this. You feel this ominous, ubiquitous creature. Just it's there all around you. Its presence ready to consume you in these foreign waters, icy cold water, your friends inside, island in sight. You know it's going to catch up to you.
Okay. I have a very, very quick flashback to when Tassos and I were in the phylactery and thinking about that potential, like, can't have the family, but the future, like future. Like for the first time, the future is like within her grasp, maybe. And then she like gets pulled back. She's like, okay, it's up to me. I have my friends who I actually care about. What is happening? I got to protect them, and I can't. This is not how I'm going to go out because I haven't gotten my revenge yet. I'm going to be a failure if I don't. And what is Tassos going to do? What is he going to do? So it's she's very bound and determined because now she has Rhea and Ari and Aga. Like if she doesn't get them through, she would have failed more people. She already lost her family. She watched them all die. Tassos almost got, tossed away. She doesn't want to lose them too.
Okay. So go ahead and roll another inspiration die as Sam gave one to Horsey. Horsey's inspiring you, and your RP. Just give us 1 point off. So
I rolled a 10.
Thank you, Sam and Horsey.
1, so 19 plus 11, 30.
Okay. You suffer some actual damage hit point wise as you're just.
Fine.
Of course, it's to this form anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you're wearing out the life force of this form as you push beyond your physical limits to get to the shore. What is everyone's plan as you hit the shore and this creature is swelling up behind?
Ari and I are going to take Aga's hands and prepare to fly.
Okay. All right. Aga, anything you do in conjunction with that as they grab your hands?
I think I'll just leave haste up on Thaxel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Thaxel, what's your plan? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rhea.
Oh, no, I was just going to tell Aga because both Rhea and Ari are rogues, so we can bonus action dash. So we've got you. We can fly together.
Okay. And Thaxel, what's your plan as you hit the shoreline?
Drop my form and
Spit us out first.
huh? Oh, I mean, yeah. Like I can't absorb you. Yeah, I will throw them up. No, spit them out.
Nice. Don't swallow.
Because they gave.
God damn it, Dan.
Sorry.
You didn't do the warning. You can't say this kind of stuff.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it.
He's in safe harbor. It's 1 a.m.
So I'll spit them out because they gave me feelings.
Okay.
And I will go into a giant eagle.
Okay. You are swimming so fast. You feel your echolocation feels the sand bank coming up, and you spit everyone out. Her mouth opens up, and you're all jettisoned out with this humongous tongue. And you two take flight with Aga in tow. Thaxel kind of skip up on the last of your life force from that thing, up into the air, doing like a half somersault flip, changing into a giant eagle and soaring out over the ocean. Heavy tropical plant life and trees all over this island here. A number of hard black and gray stone hills and mountains around it as well. And you all go... Thaxel, you're just flying into the island, I assume? Are you staying above it, or are you going like down into the trees?
I look at Rhea and Ari. If they're flying over, I'm going to fly with them.
I mean,
Okay.
this thing is huge, so I think the higher we get, the safer we are.
Yeah.
If it's in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking if we dove into the jungle, at least he wouldn't be able to see us, but I'll do whatever you guys want.
I'll say, now that you all see it, as you're getting spit out and sort of, I imagine Aga would look back. You probably all look back. This thing, if it comes out of the water, you can see just based on the eyes and the horns alone that are taking up this massive amount of room, that even like half torso, it would tower far above this island.
Down.
Yeah, so this island doesn't mean shit to it, is my point. I don't know. I mean, how much longer can we fly for?
How long have we been since we walked through the thing?
Oh, maybe a couple minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay. So 58 more minutes.
Nice.
I have 5
Okay.
hours if y'all need a.
Okay. All right. I mean, I guess into the trees then.
Some branches whacking. Aga in particular, as the other two can kind of fly and move a little bit.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
I'm wearing plate. It's fine.
Nice. Daxel, you dive down too. It's a little more difficult in that form. Do you want to maintain your giant eagle as you land in the jungle? As you go through the jungle? All right,
Yeah, because it has an 80-foot fly speed. Yeah.
Roll an acrobatics check, if you would.
Yes.
As you navigate through there.
I think because that's Dex, you have advantage because of haste. Or is that
Ooh.
just saving throws?
Oh.
I don't have it up. I don't have it up. Saving throws. Sorry.
Okay.
That's
I
okay.
know.
What? Sorry,
Bless
what
for
check
saving
was
throws,
it?
yeah.
An acrobatics check to try and navigate through here.
Acrobatics.
Millennium Falcon like.
It's not on there. Acro. 20.
Okay. You're flying very nimbly through the trees. Let's see. You all get about 120 feet in. And, oh gosh, let's see. You're fine, Thaxel. You're using Wild Shape. And Rhea, you're using your thing from your... gosh, come on, Dan. The angelic
Racial.
Being
thing.
an angel.
Yeah.
ASMR?
Let's see. Yep. All right. So you manage to fly in, and you see sort of a cave opening. It has a bit of a tip down, like in towards the center of the island, or more forest.
I mean, my concern is if this big ass thing is moving behind us, we're about to have a tsunami wash over this island. I don't think a cave is a great idea, but I don't see it. But you know what? A cave is a great idea. Put us in the cave.
All right.
We'll be fine.
Put us in the cave.
Well, I can communicate telepathically.
Oh,
so
nice.
Smack. Put us in the cave.
That's awesome. Okay. Thaxel, are you heading down there as well into the cave with them? Okay. It's a very circular cave. The hole is not a perfect circle, but pretty close to. She's flying down. How far in do you
Once
wanna
we
go?
get through the entrance to the cave, Aga's going to kind of like adjust so he can make a hand motion with his hands, and he's going to cast Wall of Force over the entrance of the cave
Okay.
so that it's going to hold back any water that's about to wash over the island.
Nice. What are the dimensions again? 100
I
feet?
can do 10 by 10 squares
Perfect.
as long as they're adjacent. So I'll do it. I mean, I can also do a 20-foot circle. So however like a 20-foot sphere. So however I need, whatever I need to do to cover the entrance of the cave entirely, I will do that.
It's like a 30-foot circle, so if you put the squares up around the outside, you can block it.
Around the outside.
All right. Are you continuing, or is everyone flying him down further, or are you all stopping there?
That's concentration, so it will drop haste. And Thaxel will be like,
You'll just lose, exhaustion to the
then
extreme.
we'll hold up.
Yeah.
You kind of tumble and land, skid.
I'm still in my eagle form, though.
I
It's
hit
like
the
a
ground.
Colder.
slam my
hours.
book down and immediately start ritually casting Lament's tiny hut.
Nice.
That'll keep us safe for 8 hours.
Nice. You're putting all the candles out and just drawing the lines with the chalk. A massive wave does come over the island. You hear the snapping and bending of branches. Before the wave settles, a giant shadow plummets you into darkness. And just over in the distance, the horizon line above the trees, one of these huge blue glowing eyes lifts up and beyond you. Then the water strikes with immense force. Trees slamming and doom, 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 doom. Boulders, doom, doom, all thankfully bouncing off this spell that deflects all that. You see fish and other creatures in here. And you wait it out because it's a good, 3 minutes of this rushing water and debris before it finally starts to... As the water subsides, the sun is once again shining. You don't see that creature in the distance.
Fuck that. I got 7 minutes left. I can still keep that wall for, so
Nice.
That's not coming down.
You do hear a low, earthy rumble. It kind of shakes some of your components. You have to fix them back up as you're preparing your spell. And it feels like it's getting lower and lower beneath you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, God. Fucking... You know what really pisses me off? There were all those trees, and now they're all gone.
You know what really pisses me off? You didn't listen to me.
That's fair. That's fair. The one time we're like, no, thanks.
No, the second time that you were like, no.
Yeah. To be fair, all the times we said Thaxel, no, and and shit went sideways. It's 2 to like 20, so it's still like
my gut said no.
Victoria was picking up on all of the DM. You guys should not be doing this. You need to go to the Baron. Rhea was like, no, man, I'm not going there.
Nice. Well, made for a fun experience. That was
a fun experience.
See, and my question is that the thing that makes Krakens? Because all of that flavor sounded very Kraken-like. Is that like the god of the Krakens? Is that a Titan? Is that a... I love your world building, Dan. I'm very excited.
Nice.
Very excited. And Aga is like, how do I make it my pet?
Oh gosh, nice.
Oh God. Dan, super fast, could you describe, because it was very harrowing in the moment, can you describe the island one more time? What did it look like as we were approaching?
Very tropical, heavy tropical
foliage.
Flora, yep. And trees, there was very dark, like a black and grayish stone. Very angular edges to it. Nothing really
like
sloped that much.
Almost?
Yeah, very... no, I don't want to say unnatural, but just there's something that happens here that lends to that effect. But very sharp slopes and shapes, not like a Cubert thing, but akin to that. And there are some hills and some mountains, but the mountains are you could probably scale it. It might be difficult vertically to scale, but still like a few hours. There's nothing major here.
And was there much of a shoreline?
It went on, as you got close enough to it, you saw it's probably, if you were to walk, depth-wise, the beach is probably a good 35, 40 feet where the tide is right now. And you could probably, at first glance, if the island were flat with no obstacles, you could probably walk from one side to the other in an hour and a half, something like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Oh. Fun.
Fun, Dan.
That is
It's
not
a near-death
the word
experience.
But you all lived, so that's exciting. That's the exciting part.
Oh, was the rumbles like the aftermath, like a earthquake? Oh, I don't know.
Who knows?
God damn it.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys for saving our asses.
Yeah,
Because we would not have.
seriously. We were
That was
dead.
pretty
Yeah,
great.
you almost TPK'd us. I am. Oh,
We
God.
almost TPK'd ourselves, to be fair.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
if y'all would have just listened to me.
Yeah,
like
you're
an
not
hour
wrong.
ago.
You're not wrong.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's hard to argue with that.
I-
I'm so stressed out right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It's like, are we just gonna start a new campaign? New characters? We'd really love your help, Stormfall. We're dead.
They were never heard
We're
from
not
again.
dead. We're just marooned on an island.
Oh, no, we can get out of
heavens.
here. No problem.
Oh, yeah.
You
That's
do-
all
The
I
nice
could
thing
think
about
of.
storms is that you can fly over them.
You get the feeling. Actually, if you want, quickly make intelligence checks or his.
No.
No, I guess it'd be intelligence.
Oh, I actually rolled decent for intelligence.
Oh, nice.
15.
Hey.
22.
Nice.
Hold on. I rolled an 18, but
Same, though.
18. So 22. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aw.
Hey.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Ari, what did you get? 15, Thaxel?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Thaxel, but Ari, Rhea, and Aga would probably gauge that everyone knows about the 4 sections that aren't traversable by ordinary means. In fact, knowing that there was anything over here at all is huge, that whole area with the Tildari. You definitely all think that this has something to do, like you're trapped in this section without the special means to get out of it. And that you hit the edge as far as you can go before it stops you. Whatever these magical means are that prevent crossing these lines, you hit it. You got that far and then got stuck.
Oh. I don't know anything.
Would be a thought that you feel like, well, it might be something like that. Judging on, you're familiar with, the whirlpools, the storms, tales of these, not just these creatures, but a bunch of deadly creatures that roam those waters.
Are we on an island and the storm is still over us, or did we pass out from underneath it and the island is...
There's, so as you were flying, you could also look out and you could see just the very edges of whirlpools and towards the east that span the entire horizon. It's just you can see the slow-moving whirlpool across the horizon. And in a couple other directions, there's some smaller ones closer to the island, but there's some massive ones out there. Storm raging above.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And with that, we'll end for tonight.
Oh my God.
Yay! But thank you, players, so much. I'm so glad that everyone's alive, and that was really like. I love how everyone kind of came together to try and make things work. And Thaxel, you're kind of the MVP when you came through with the whale. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, she's got like a something to grab them and go.
Yes.
Excellent with the rolls. Thank you, all viewers, everyone for cheering us on, and certainly for all the assistance with the subscriber dice. They, clearly, a save day 20 was the mark to keep pace ahead of it. So,
Oh, God.
Wow.
The only thing I can think of is plane shift out, like from one continent, plane shift somewhere else, then turn around and plane shift somewhere back, but not in the continent you were in. Like you'd have to leave the plane and then come back from another plane. That's the only way that I can see that it would work.
I can
That
see
is so
Aga's
much thinking
wizard
for tonight.
mind, like, yes, how do we?
like
I love it.
The connecting train through DC when you're trying to get up to Boston.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
For fuck's sake, how are we gonna get out of it? I'm
Oh my God. Thank goodness we have a week to plan. I'm sorry, Anna. At least we didn't die.
Yay! Yeah, thank
Thank
goodness.
God.
Yeah. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, players. Just phenomenal tonight. Thank you for putting up with me. I hope it lent to a fun time overall once it's all processed. Thank you all so much. I always have such a blast playing this game with y'all. So
We did it, done.
Yay!
Thank you guys.
Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Oh yeah, of course, catch us. This is Kier's Lament, our all evil campaign. Catch us every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Stormfall is another campaign we play. They're our good campaign. Every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And then we have the Obsidian Scar, which Victoria runs, and Tasha and I play in. Yay! Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, look forward to it all. If you've missed any episodes, you can catch them on our YouTube channel. Boop. And yeah, okay, that's it. I'll wrap up. I know we're running late, so have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Good night.